And we're in...
I don't even have a soda. We're delayed.
Oh, here, hold on.
Fucking hate Spectrum.
Yeah. I got my own Baja Blast. It's the
That's
last
great.
one.
Can I have a 7-Up, Becca?
Do we want to explain the delays?
Yeah, Connor, explain it.
Yep.
Okay, your soda.
Spectrum has fucked us yet again. Our router is effectively dead and can't do port forwarding, so these guys don't get to play in Foundry. Granted, session's still on, and they can do all the rolling manually while me and Cody do some fast math, but still, it fucking sucks. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Campaign 2 of Dicefunctional with the...
Neighborhood Watch.
The Neighborhood Watch. No, that's not why. There it is. I thought I heard something. With the Neighborhood Watch, where we last left the party, they had just come into a particularly nasty encounter with one Weston Dove, a thorn in the side of the group that has apparently started to go further and further off the rails. This time, killing 2 of his comrades, 3 blue cloaks, and letting loose several demons to wreak havoc at a local shop. The party managed to stop a majority of the damage from being done and saved most of the civilians, although a few unfortunately did still perish by the actions of the Vrox nearby. Where we had just left off, the party, you guys, had just managed to resolve some of the issues. Weston left without saying very much else. And that was effectively where we had stopped. For the sake of expedience, because I don't think you guys would care to roleplay talking to the guards, we will say that... Yes, I saw Jolly shake their head no. We will say that one of you right now is explaining the situation. It is Fizzy, so that will have comical repercussions. Actually, no. We'll make it Fitz for right now because Jill had to step away for a moment.
Plus, Fizzy wants to revive the blue cloaks.
Why not? Well, because Fizzy wants to revive some blue cloaks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are going to start trying to shake down the situation and take whatever you can that might be useful. So, let me
Some
get
of
some
us, you mean me and Kaz?
You and Kaz, yeah. You and Kaz.
We know who we are. Right, Jolly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mainly
one of you,
help because I can see well.
one of you is a
sometimes.
self-professed thief. The other is a thief through legal means only.
Hey, listen. I'm legally sanctioned most of the time.
Legally sanctioned thief.
I mean,
You know, like a privateer.
isn't that
Jill,
just
what did
anyone
you just
from the
put up
government?
on your
Jill has
screen?
opened the gates.
Okay.
Was I Ben starring? Was I?
You were,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
like a red light. It was
It was like
scary.
this. It was this bright white red light. So it's just like it was like God had come for you, and you were not being taken to a happy place.
You need to take
Yeah.
out physical dice. Foundry's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, Foundry's
Dice at
Foundry's
the ready.
cool. Foundry is down.
You'll
I will
have
tell
to-
you what numbers you're rolling, how
Good.
much you are getting, stuff like that, and then me and Cody will do fast math.
Yeah. That means I should also
Oh
get out
shit!
dice.
I forgot to roll a 666.
We
I-
can't!
I
We
rolled a
can't.
666.
Would
And
you?
I got a
Would you
9.
guys? Okay. Would you guys like us to roll for you?
No,
No.
because you know I
Jolly.
in this group I have the highest probability.
Jolly, would you like me or Becca to roll for you?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Okay.
Let me use random.org because
Jess, would you like me or Becca to roll for you?
Becca.
Okay. This is for Jess.
This is for you calling Becca a female twink.
She is a twink.
What? When did this happen?
Yeah, Becca's the female version of a twink.
while you were
like
trying
Connor
to
said.
fix the internet.
Hey Joe, would you like me
Yeah.
to roll or Becca to roll?
You can roll.
Okay.
I rolled
Sorry, no triple
random.org
sixes.
and got a 461.
Nothing interesting then. Okay.
Yep.
So I would like some perception checks or investigation checks, whatever you guys wish, as you start digging around this place.
My investigation is higher.
I can't remember my passive
Your-
perception.
Your
I will tell
investigation
you.
is probably going to be higher since you have a negative wisdom. Am I correct?
Yes.
And,
So Kaz, your perception is a +7
and
because you took expertise later.
Oh.
you also have
And your
advantage when
investigation is a
hitting things.
0.
Yeah.
Do perception, I'll do investigation.
Okay.
Jolly, you're rolling with a +7.
Okay.
Daeris, you are rolling. You said investigation.
Yeah,
It's a +12.
yeah. Investigator. Alright, hold on. Jill. Pink, silver, or red?
Pink.
Pink 1 or 2?
2.
Thank you.
You fuckers have so many choices.
Me.
It's a decent roll, not nat 20.
Jolly, what did you get?
I rolled a 10.
17.
Whatever the number. Okay.
And Jess,
That's a 16 on the die for a 28.
28. Okay. So you guys begin looking over the bodies for anything you can find. First and foremost, you will note the fiends are decomposing rapidly. Anything you
sense.
want to retrieve from them, you got a limited amount of time, and they're going to start rotting very swiftly. Usable material is not going to last particularly long. That's an immediate thing you note. Second, there is one thing. Actually, I should correct myself. There are two things on the badly dried and desiccated body behind the bar that are completely untouched and appear to be in great shape. One is an axe. The other is what looks to be a potion of some sort.
Yoink.
You will also note that while majority of the materials that the larger man behind the bar had are gone, the archer, who looked to be holding a mundane but very large bow, their stuff is still in good shape, and they had a pretty hefty looking pouch of money on their person.
Yoink.
Of course, it's Jolly.
What do you
Listen, I yoink the potion, Jolly yoinks the money. We know our priorities.
Yeah, fair enough.
Quiet.
And the axe as well,
Yoink.
Daeris.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I can use axes, so.
It's also not a small, like,
I can.
double-handed battle axe.
Big.
Big axe.
Then once we're done, I'll probably hand it off to Ignatius.
You'll also note that the blue cloaks appear to be, their bodies are cooling, though with the repose that was dropped on them, you got plenty of time. You're looking at 3 individuals. It looks to be a fairly balanced party of a sort. One looks to be a frontline fighter. You see he has what looks like a truncheon. No, like, shield or what have you, just like a club to batter people with. Though he does appear to be fairly well armored. The other one looks to be some kind of a ranged specialist. They look to have what looks like 2 hand crossbows on their person. And the third looks to be some kind of a spellcaster. Judging by the robes, the lack of weaponry, and the all-around ill-equipped appearance that they have, though they do appear to have some kind of a amulet wrapped around a hand.
Spell focus.
Yes, a spell focus, most likely. You would most likely need to do a little bit more investigating on the spellcaster to know for sure if they are just a wizard or if they are someone who could potentially then revive their friends. Because Fizzy only really has enough for 1, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and we were gonna charge the blue cloaks for the resin.
Yeah, and we were gonna see if I
Yeah.
think we were gonna ask the guards as well if they could bring diamonds. Because she's got the spell
Yeah.
slots, we just need the material.
Yep, Jolly, not Jolly, sorry.
I don't play Maddie anymore, by the
No,
way.
wrong character, no! Yeah, it looks like Michelle has 2 diamonds on her inventory that are marked for revival. Though I'm sure she'd like to hold on to 1.
Yeah.
Just in case. So it's just a question of which one do you guys want to use up? And who do you want to revive?
Let me look. Let me pat down the spellcaster, because if they're a cleric or a druid,
If they're a wizard, they would have spellbook. If they're a cleric, they might have materials for revival on them.
and if there's a druid, they might have a ticker of fleas or something. Thank you.
This message brought to you by the Druids Are Nasty Club.
Yep, this is definitely a druid. They haven't combed themselves in at least a month.
They're kind of stinky.
Well, they could just be a college student.
Oh! It's mean to college students, but not wrong.
Sorry, it was a low blow, but couldn't help myself.
Yeah, well, they can't defend themselves.
That's an 11 on the die for the investigation, so 25. Or 24. 30.
Okay.
23!
Got it.
got
Number
there.
shuffled a few times, but good to know we finally got there.
Like an auctioneer.
So, looking over the body of the spellcaster, it looks like they are possibly a little bit more unique in their handling of magic. You see evidence that they have a spellbook, a wizard. But there is the amulet they're using is religious in nature. It does appear to be something like a religious mark or symbol. So this guy, at worst, is maybe a wizard that focused on some more religious teaching. Best case scenario, though, they could be someone who is focused on both clerical teaching and wizard teaching, in which case they might know how to do a revivify.
At the very least, they're a good bet. If they have any sort of magic like sending, they could contact the appropriate individuals.
That's the best, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, let's res this one so that way we can make them pay for the diamond dust.
Send it, Fizzy.
Kick it. So Fizzy is going to start reviving the body of the blue cloak. I would assume that you guys are not going to put up anything for sacrifice, as this would be revivify. I just had to make absolutely sure. That's all.
I mean, if it's the first time they've died.
They'll be okay, probably.
This should be
I
fine.
had
In
them
which
die
case-
12 times before.
Fizzy,
This
just
poor
don't mess up
bastard.
again. I'm kidding.
Jesus. That is mean.
It was
That
just,
was
Uh,
out of character.
it was
Just don't ask
absolutely
me
out
to
of
roll for
character.
the d20.
I was just thinking about how awful it would be if
I'll
if they
be
failed again.
doing the roll. Okay.
Fizzy's
Alright,
only allowed
Fizzy,
to
don't
revive
choke.
Daeris.
Don't choke, Chief. Well,
You know,
that's-
Michelle's gonna hear this when she edits this.
yeah, she is gonna
It's
hear
gonna be a
this.
while. It's really behind.
Oh, Connor's rolling
We
on
love
the
and
one-handed
appreciate you,
check.
Michelle.
We do
Yeah.
appreciate Michelle. Let's see
However,
what they got.
when- Oh god, Connor
Did
rolled on
they
the
get-
100 chart.
They fucking rolled.
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean-
god.
I got myself a 7.
Oh my god.
What's
At
happening
least
to them,
it
Connor?
was successful.
You see that the body stays there for a moment and then will eventually open up its mouth and let in a very deep breath of air, and their lids will pull open, and you'll see that their eyes are bleach white.
Oh, you're blind now.
Oh, they're blind.
Oops.
But no, you see that they still have a pupil. It's just everything else has lost all color, and their eyes are snapping onto you. They're
Oh, you
looking at you.
Oh, good, you can
Didn't
still
somebody
see it.
else?
It's just-
Didn't somebody in campaign 1 get that?
Avro got something very similar to that
Yeah.
visually,
Yeah.
This guy, since you'll most likely never see them again. They are they are sensitive to light again. Their eyes are so devoid of pigmentation that now the sunlight will hurt them.
Eh.
Oh,
Oh, so they need
that's rough,
to
buddy.
be in fizzy.
Yeah, they need glasses, some kind of sunglasses.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
gave you astigmatism.
I can only imagine Fizzy going like, "Oh hey, samesies."
Oh my god, say it.
Yeah.
What happened?
You died.
Fuck.
So did your friends.
All right.
Do we got any spare
you-
sunglasses?
No, Daeris will just take off hers and hand it to him for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Shit.
And
We'll
she'll-
put them on.
She'll pull out of her bag her big floppy sun hat that she still has. You'll have to get a pair of those commissioned, but for now.
That could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a familiar that's just a demon
thank you. Thank you.
from where I died.
I
So
appreciate
it could have been much
it.
worse.
I suppose it could have. Well, thank you. You can call me Brevik. I can see my friends are dead. Has anything been done
gosh.
to help them?
I cast Shinto Repose on them like I did you.
I have time. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's going to take me at least 2 days to handle that.
I mean, if you've got the money and the dust,
That's
or
the
the money
problem.
or the dust.
We've got the money. I don't have the dust, but I don't have enough spell slots to manage to handle that in one day.
No,
Oh.
Fizzy has the one who revived you, our friend, the albino drow here, has the slots. We just don't have the diamonds.
No, I don't either. I need to go and get it.
And
Other
I
way.
can also prepare the spell tomorrow.
Other way, I can handle it myself. And Gentle Repose gives me 10.
Yeah. So you got a little bit of time.
So what happened over here?
Well, there was a commotion, and we were starting to do a bit of a bounty hunt on. Well, he's not here. Young man,
Weston Dove?
cousin. Yes,
Yeah, he's a shithead.
dangerous is the word for him. At this point, he's effectively butchered his way across the continent.
Yeah, that checks. That checks.
So at this point, he's finally gotten to our ears that we need to deal with him. Looks like we couldn't deal with him. That sucks.
To be fair, he did summon fiends.
Yes, I can tell. Stinks like sulfur.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Well, I'll get this handled, see if I can borrow a room or a shed to put the bodies in from the guards. That should do well enough to store them. And then I'll just get them brought back. But I'm gonna also have to pass my message on to the superiors. It's not great. Alright. Well,
least-
I do
least-
appreciate you bringing me back. It's very
least you're
kind
not
of you.
dead.
Yes, at least I'm not dead.
Kind of sucks, doesn't it?
The whole death thing,
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell you much. Took some time, I think.
Couldn't remember the other side.
It's a bit like a dream, really. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
blur.
It is.
Well, thank you all very much for your assistance.
We are. You can have the sun hat. I would like my sunglasses back.
No, that's fine. I didn't expect to take anything so important
Mhm.
or useful for one like yourself. I don't see many drow. Here. He'll hand you the glasses back and borrow your big floppy sun hat.
Won't fix it, but it makes it easier.
And this is, I will say, Brevik here is a very weathered-looking man, very sun-beaten. His skin is very cracked and leathery, and very clearly he has spent a lot of time out in the sun. He looks like his hair has kind of become slightly sun-bleached. but he is shaggy and very unkempt.
You said he's been killing across the country?
Basically, been painting a red streak across the entire continent.
Do you have any notes on that?
We've got some, yes. It's basically just a matter of wherever he could manage to kill someone without having to fight his way out of an entire city. That's where he would kill someone.
Okay. I was hoping for a pattern we could follow, but
No.
How much is the bounty on him?
The bounty on the man is currently sitting at about 7,500 gold.
watching Kaz's eyes just go wide. Hey, Kaz. Maybe
What?
you'll get to see your other girlfriend.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Stop it.
So, I'll get my stuff handled. I'll see to it that we get a familiar sent off to pay you back for the diamond dust.
Just send it to the neighborhood watch.
Yes, I'll get that done. The watch, you said?
Yeah.
Ah. Nice to meet you all.
Shit, we have enough of a reputation. People know us immediately.
Ah, great. Just what we
I don't know.
want.
Is it? Is it what we want? I mean,
Did you
it's what
not
Fitz
hear the
wants.
sarcasm in our voice?
Not right now. You're whispering.
It's exactly what I want.
See?
I like that. I think that's
Hey,
very
Fitz.
cool.
That means people in your dad's organization know who you are.
Jill's noise
We're
of
cool.
appreciation is pterodactyl screeches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna talk about Fitz over the water cooler.
That's
Did you hear
my
about
boy.
how Fitz, old. I don't remember your dad's name.
I bet you don't. And you won't know it because if you get anywhere near Fitz's dad,
I'm not
I'm
interested
gonna
in
cut
Fitz's
off
dad.
your hands.
I'm more interested in the big man that crushed a person with his bare hands.
That's fair.
I think Fitz is also invested.
Yeah, but just send it forward to the watch. Worst case scenario, if you can't get them to us, send it to Judge Amador in the north.
I'll get
He'll
it done.
to us.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the bodies somewhere safe out of public. And
Yeah.
then I suppose we'll go from there.
Wish you
All we
luck.
can do.
This was kind of just an accident for us.
Yes. Well. That sucks. Alright. Thank you much for your help. I do appreciate it.
Bye.
He'll start
Yes.
dragging away the bodies.
The second he's out of your range, Daeris is gonna groan. No, I don't like that we're getting run over.
Hmm.
I mean, at least you don't have a criminal record. You don't,
Just
right?
None of
You don't, dude.
No, they couldn't pin anything I've done on me.
as long as none of you are running for political office, I don't think people will dig too deep.
My mother is, but she's all the way back in Yinland.
Well, there's a couple other people dead here.
Can't do much. Gentle repose time span has already passed.
It's a matter for the gods to take care of.
I guess we just get out of here then.
All we can do for the moment. We're not gonna be really much use. We're not the authorities. We can't govern what's gonna happen with this. Best we can do
Yes.
is what we did.
And I feel many of us could also use a bit of a rest.
Probably.
Yes, let's head back to the cart.
Making your way back over to the cart, and leaving the rest of the guards to deal with. You all would look over your ill-gotten gains from the pouch of money that Kaz has taken, the potion, the axe, and well, that's about it. Actually, I will say, did you guys wish to try and take anything from the bodies of the demons?
I was gonna try.
Okay. So you can make
I
a
mean-
survival check for that.
It would not be out of character to be elbow deep in a demon body while talking to that guy.
No, it would not.
However, I'm not good at this. Usually I have Fizzy do it and then I assist. So, this will be fun.
I mean, you could
It's a
probably
9 on the die.
I mean, Ignatius could probably help
Yeah, Ignatius can't help.
because it's not his expertise, but he still knows a decent amount about all sorts of extraplanar beings.
9 was still the better roll.
Ooh.
So you won't be able to get very much from the bodies. You think that with more time, you maybe could manage to get something from all of them, but really, you think that you can maybe get something from one if you're lucky. So which one did you want? The Demedan, the Hezro, or one of the Vrox?
The Dimidan was the one that was, like, sick, like, causing poisonous shit, right?
No, the Hezro was releasing an awful stench.
So,
The
Then looks like that
Demidan
one.
was the one
Yeah.
that weapons were like sticking.
yeah.
Yep.
Demedan, they stuck. Hazo had the stench, and the rocks had the poison cloud.
They had the spores.
Dwayne and
yeah.
Elton.
The Hezro was stinky.
Let's do
Uh-oh.
stinky.
It also
Okay.
was resistant to regular
Yeah.
attacks.
You will eventually manage to dig around near the typical areas where glands are on this creature, around the neck, near the armpits, and what have you, and you will manage to remove what is an orange-sized gland from the Hezro that is pungent, to put it politely. Even after placing it inside of a jar and sealing it shut, it still reeks through the jar.
That's why we throw it in the bag of holding so we can't smell it.
All right.
You're gonna stink up the bag of holding room.
Oh,
You don't know.
Stink in there.
Please add one Hezro scent gland to the inventory.
there's not much air in there to be stinked up.
That's
All
what I
right.
would, but
I will have to
can't.
do that.
Yeah, I was like, did you not see me look at?
I forgot about
How
that.
you want me to do that?
Let me correct this.
Becca's busy taking our notes.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't think I have access to sheets anyway.
I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever just eat plain little tortilla chips
Yeah.
with salt?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're salty.
They're so
I
fucking
like 'em.
good.
No,
The salt on
I
them.
ran out of queso.
plain is fine. What isn't fine is one time I had a bag that had no flavoring on it, so it's just corn chips.
Just sad.
They need
I
salt.
do that.
They do need
I
salt.
need salt.
Man.
So,
Bleh.
retreating back to the cart with your gains. Kaz, do you want to look through the pouch and see how much you may have found?
Bill, I'm glad we went the same
Um,
way.
I also did this.
Yes.
Autism. Thing.
Jolly.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you
I
like
was
to,
waiting.
Would you like to see?
Yes.
Okay. Pulling open the bag, you will see that it is a loose collection of silver, copper, and gold pieces. all of which has been kind of bundled and loosely packaged together into little containers, not containers, little like bands and what have you to keep them together. Some of which are bills, others are coins that have been rolled into rolled together. All around, you're looking at what is probably about 750 gold, 350 silver, and 123 copper.
Not bad.
That's a
Nice, nice.
lot.
Are you adding
And
that
then
to the
they-
party
I am.
funds? Alright.
And then
Are
they
we-
all
are we-
turn into
Is Kaz
bugs.
putting it in the party funds, or is Kaz keeping it? This is an important question. Kaz, are you keeping that
Now
money?
wait.
That's the real question. Okay, I have to roll this.
Once Kaz sells all of her, like, pilfered items, she might have more money than the rest of the party. It's fine.
Connor, what's my wisdom check again?
Your wisdom. So
Yeah,
your
like
your wisdom score is a -1.
Yeah. It's a 9.
Oh, buddy.
What does that mean?
It
Kaz
means
is keeping gold.
it means I'm being a kleptomaniac right now.
Hey,
I will add this to Kaz's inventory and Kaz's inventory only.
I'm sorry.
No,
It's okay.
it's why I said something.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point the party knows Kaz has a
Jesus
lot of
Christ.
miscellaneous money and loot,
Every step
But
Kaz
we-
takes jingles.
but we
know
but
that.
we don't know how much, and that's the thing. Like,
Boy, I do, and it is a lot actually.
I know. Well, Connor, the thing is, you also know how much the pilfered stuff will sell for. Kaz doesn't even know that.
I have a box of jewels I haven't sold yet. But
No, you haven't sold it. It's still sitting in your inventory.
Kaz is rich. We already know this.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
God.
it's not just the money; it's the liquid assets.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
Don't
gonna
question it.
take a screenshot of that and send it to you, Jolly, so that way you understand how much money you're sitting on.
I don't know. I just steal things. You think that she knows how much she steals?
I'm just being real
No.
honest. I imagine Kaz is like one of those cats that just starts gathering things in the house,
Hmm.
and they've completely
under the
forgotten what's in
refrigerator.
there.
No,
So like
no.
a parent, an adult will pull out like their favorite toy, and the person will throw it, and the cat's like, "Oh, I forgot I had that."
Yeah, Con, I don't know what the issue here is. Like,
Now, when does Kaz start diversifying? She needs to like steal
You need
some
to diversify
property
your,
rights
your
and stuff like that.
portfolio.
Like,
Yeah, I
also,
know
the
that's
key
how
to this
much
farmstead.
the gold is. Does it mean that she knows how much it costs?
I love Kaz.
No big buddy. You also have the potion, which you need to identify, and the axe, which you need to identify.
I'll hand the axe over to Fitz.
Fitz, you'll be rolling an investigation check. That's a +9.
I'm assisting.
So roll with advantage. Jess, Daeris will
Yep.
be rolling a alchemist supplies check.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me. Which would be +8. Because you only have proficiency in alchemist supplies, not like expertise or anything, right? Okay, yeah.
No.
So +8.
My highest roll was a 12.
12
So
plus
12.
9 is
Yeah,
21.
12 plus 9. So. I'm
Plus
gonna have
10
to-
if you use because of your identify thing, right?
Yeah, you have the
Yeah, so-
identify touch. So
31.
that's 31. Still
Yeah.
quite good, dude. So.
I get
It is almost certainly a magic item. You can say that without a doubt in your mind. You were looking at. Hold on, my screen is lagging. It appears that the game does not like how many items I've made.
Yeah.
That's on you.
I'm
Well,
also
the
not
game-
watching
can
this.
get the fuck over it.
It's
Yeah.
enough slices.
I don't want to tax you out on any, so I'm also not watching the stream in Discord. I'm watching it on Twitch. So
Jill, you were looking at a very nice axe. The blade itself has been stone washed, so it has this very nice kind of patterning to it. Very deep grayish color, while this bluish colored banding wraps around certain parts of it. You can see that there is a handle that looks to be made of hide that has just been kind of tied around the actual axe for ease of use, while the rest of the handle is just plain bleached wood, as it is staked through the actual axe itself. You will see that the axe is enchanted with ice magic to add a little bit more oomph with each attack, so it does an additional d6 of cold damage. And additionally, upon landing critical strikes with this weapon, it allows the wielder to then immediately try to make another attack.
You said this is a two-handed axe, right?
This is a battle axe, which is battle axes are technically versatile weapons, so you can one-hand it.
Hey Iggy,
yes,
how do you feel about battle axes?
I've trained with them.
'Cause I don't,
Honestly, like any weapon is suitable.
'cause I don't think any of us can use battle axes, can we?
Granny.
Granny's
I
not gonna use an axe.
can,
I
but
mean,
will I? No.
I mean, Iggy, you can take it
But
unless you
would
don't
I?
want it.
Would you?
Would
Would
I?
it might be
Jesus
good to have.
Christ.
Certainly, having different damage options always helps.
No.
I am posting the artwork that I worked on into the artwork channel. The name of the axe is the Restless Squall.
Honestly, I could probably take the axe and the war pick because that gives options that do cold damage and fire damage for
Go for it. No one else
enemies.
is gonna be using it.
Oh, I also did forget one further detail. Additionally, once per day, recharging at sunset, you may use the Restless Squall to cast slow in a 30-foot cone, DC 15.
Oh.
I have posted the information into the Dicefunction channel. That
Yeah.
way you guys can see that.
Iggy, you can use it, and if you ever decide you don't want it, we can just sell it.
Yeah, I imagine that museum up north would probably be interested in something like this, so if we tire of it or don't find it useful, there might be something else there.
Yeah. Also, I rolled an 18 on the die for the potion.
Ah,
Now
okay.
that we're done with the battle
So,
axe.
26
Eight-
total.
26 total. Very good. Nice roll. So, this is indeed a potion of giant strength, or at least a variation on one of them. This looks to be a potion of frost giant strength, so it is quite a nice boost to one's strength score for an hour. Let me double check the exact number. I'm pretty sure frost giant is 27? Let me see. Yep. Sorry. Potion of Frost Giant Strength. When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 23 for 1 hour.
Not bad.
Daeris will say that to everyone what it is, and kind of just shrug.
Additionally, floating inside of the potion, you can see a hunk of what looks to be fingernail, now soaked and saturated with the potion's liquid, and slightly floppy, despite what you know the material to be made of.
Yeah,
This
it's a
would
fingernail.
This would probably actually be most useful for Fizzy to hold on to, as the effects will carry over even if she is in an animal form.
Oh, I could take it. Gimme.
Hey, Michelle? Michelle, you're
Yeah, don't-
welcome.
I have to do the best impressions of you guys as I can, all right? My voice doesn't go that high.
Yeah.
I would
Well-
love to hear you impersonate every single one of us.
Hey.
Yours will
Hold
be the
on.
easiest.
We've heard your screams get cut off by Discord noise gate.
That is
You
different.
do go that high.
That is so different. You know it is.
I'm offended. Why is mine the easiest? Is it because my voice is naturally deeper than most of the rest
You have
of
the
the
lowest
groups?
register of all the AFABs here.
Yeah, it's because I have autism. I just talk at
Yes.
a low. I'm sorry, Jill.
Yeah, except for me.
And I have PCOS, which means I have a high level of androgen, which is. Jill, quit glaring. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think I will.
I could make it really hard on Connor and make a character that has a really deep talking voice.
Oh.
But the problem with talking at a very low voice is
Yeah,
that
the
it
problem
makes
is-
me yawn frequently.
Well, the problem is that when talking at like you have two choices. One, high register means that you're gonna blow your voice out.
Mm.
Low register means that after a while you feel like yawning. I feel like vomiting because I have to like really tuck my neck back and pull my tongue back as well. So I feel like I'm gonna fucking vomit if I do it long enough.
Welcome to Trivia Murder Party.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that there is a small spat happening between friends right now.
Jess texted me and said, "I'm sorry." I visually flipped my phone over so I couldn't see it anymore.
This is the cruelest thing you could have done.
I have a naturally deeper voice. It's hormones.
Ridiculous.
Brutal.
You've seen my leg hair.
Some people get all the vocal look.
I
It's not
wish I
that-
had a higher pitched voice, trust
Not
me.
that lucky,
I
buddy,
wish I
trust
had
me.
a lower pitched voice.
Yeah, it's because
You know?
you're the fucking
No,
non-binary.
what? Cause I'm what?
Non-binary.
Because you're
Okay.
fucking.
It's just straight joking in the strip club.
I'm working in the strip club. By it, I mean my peanuts. Can we go to the car and put the coins in the monkey now?
Oh yeah.
I was
Stick those
waiting
coins in that
when
monkey.
we're gonna
I
do
wanna- I want to put the coins in the monkey, please.
No. So you guys were just quickly
In the monkey, so we feed it to Reuben directly.
yeah
Just
make
Yeah.
Reuben eat them.
Wouldn't it have been wild if we found a third coin for Reuben in that money pouch?
That's too many.
It's
Haha.
about it.
Nope.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah. So in fairness, you guys are already in the cart. We were just discussing the items, Jolly. I apologize. So I closed out someone's sheet. Whose sheet did I close out? Ignatius. That's it. Jolly, you move over to the wooden statue of Reuben that you have, and you will see that the two slots that you already put coins into have been clamped quite firmly into in between his fingers, leaving 8 more slots. I believe, yes, 8 more slots that are now open. So, would you like to give Reuben some more coins?
So does that mean he has 4 coins in total? Or is that a...
So with the 2 coins that you have on your possession right now, it will be 4 coins total. There are 6
Okay.
left.
There are 6. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasping.
Firmly grasping.
Okay. Placing the coins into the hand of Reuben, you will see that they will clamp down, just like they did, leaving 6 empty hands. And you will see Reuben begins to change. You will see that the monkey that you have out with you right now will kind of evaporate briefly. You watch as he just kind of turns into a shimmering dust and then reappears a little ways away. Different. He is now larger. He's probably about the size of a macaque, more than anything. So he is. What's wrong?
I'm laughing at Jill's
Because you said
reaction.
macaque.
Sorry, what's the problem?
He's about the size of a cock. You know, just
What do you mean?
about how big he is.
I don't see the problem. So
I'm,
Reuben is the
saying.
size of a cock.
I'm
They're like this big.
Uh,
Wow.
only laughing because
okay,
of Gil's
hurtful.
reaction.
I'm your friend. That's mean.
Sorry, I had to take the low blow when it was here.
So he is probably at this point about 24 inches long. So he's about 2 foot
He's-
tall.
No longer baby.
He
He's
no
not-
longer
Big boy.
He has a very long tail, I will note. It goes probably about 3 feet. And that just kind of coils around and kind of whips and moves almost like on its own. And you will see that he has 4 arms currently.
Guys, your monkey's weird.
Can you go back to being
Is he so-
cute and small?
Wait. Is he still wearing his little outfit and his little hat? Did it grow with him?
It does appear to have grown with him somehow.
Yes. Yes.
Well, the
and I will
VTuber's not
additionally note,
accurate at all, right?
the little sleeve openings, there are 4 sleeve openings for his 4 arms.
He likes his outfit.
He liked it so much he brought it with him. He was like, yeah, I'm the best. I love this monkey.
Can you
How
can you change
how is
form
Kaz
again? Can
gonna
you
ex-
be small?
how is Kaz
Ruben
gonna
will,
explain this
Ruben
to
will shake his
Vera?
head at you.
Like
Darn.
next time Vera sees Mr. Monkey.
Mr. Monkey.
Mr.
How
Wolf.
you've grown.
He's no longer baby. He is
No
now
longer
big
baby.
baby.
He's a teenager.
He's now a
Reuben's-
toddler.
Reuben, you're growing up. Right before our eyes.
Oh
God.
man, is this gonna make your reading lessons weird?
It's gonna be kind of strange.
He
There
has
is-
4 hands to write with now.
Oh,
I will
God.
also note there is a noted difference in the way that Ruben is handling himself and looking at everybody. He is kind of like he is inspecting you all now. He is not looking at you, he is looking you over.
You okay, bud?
He will nod.
Okay. You feeling okay?
He nods.
Well, he's
Cash.
probably got a lot more of his intelligence and maybe even some memory.
Oh, that just means he can't ride on my shoulder anymore. He's too big.
That's
Well,
a quitter talk.
He'll just be kind of heavy.
Backpack monkey.
He
Backpack
will-
monkey.
Ruben will kind of like glare at you a little bit, and he'll go, and they'll just kind of scuttle up your back, and then he'll just kind of like backpack himself around your shoulders. Like 2 arms wrapped around your neck, 2 arms wrapped around your
Oh my
shoulders,
God.
his legs hooked around your
Tail.
hips.
You know I have a
Tail wrapped in
hoodie,
a-
right, Reuben? You can literally just what is it called again? Is it like
He's like a little
Like
hammock.
papoose.
like a hammock?
No.
It's a hammock.
Yeah, you suggest that, and he again looks at you, and then hops into the hoodie and starts pulling it down because he's a
Yeah.
big 2 foot long, 2 foot tall monkey
Okay.
now.
He's
Prove your
now the
point.
size and has the number of limbs to replicate like a face hugger just jumping at someone.
Oh God.
Hey, this is good though. It means that guy with the flaming green sword can't kick you anymore like he could before.
Oh, oops, that's the wrong proficiency I gave him. Oh no.
We're giving him proficiency.
I accidentally changed the CR to 40 instead of 4. So his proficiency was like 11.
Yeah.
We just made Reuben God. What if?
Yeah, his CR is 4, you said?
He is currently a CR 4.
What does that
Cool,
mean?
cool. That's like the same level as a succubus / incubus.
CR is intended to basically be the level that a party of 4 should be at to challenge one of these.
Yeah, it is how
Yeah.
difficult he will be to fight.
So wait, so that means his HP.
He has the
also
same
increased?
challenge rating as an elephant. Sorry.
So Reuben is officially size small as of now, not small, not size tiny.
No.
Yep, sorry, he is no longer tiny. His strength score has increased. He is now at strength 13. His dexterity has increased. It is now at dexterity 18. His
The monkey
constitution
is
is his
extra
constitution
and stronger.
his constitution has risen to 14. His intelligence has risen to 12. His wisdom has risen to 14. His charisma has risen to 14.
This
He's
monkey has
wise.
better stats than me.
Yeah, he's wiser than Cal.
Fucking
Hey,
hell.
wait a minute.
Additionally, Reuben has a few tricks up his sleeve.
He doesn't have sleeves. It's a.
He doesn't have
it's a-
sleeves. First and
Neither
foremost,
does
he has
this.
expertise in stealth.
That checks.
He also is now proficient in insight.
Interesting.
Insight.
Insight.
He
Took
may
one too many kicks to the face to learn that.
he may once per day use Misty Step,
Your monkey can do magic.
and now can use a multi-attack and attack with a bite and a claw.
Hey, yo!
So,
How long till he be able to wield weapons like
That
a horse?
also brings up one further detail. Hey, good
Oh.
point. You got to find that on your own.
Well, I don't like what
one
that
further
implies.
detail: Reuben is no longer considered just a beast familiar. He is a fiend officially.
hey.
Oh,
Hey!
Good job becoming a fiend again. I
that
think.
just
Is that something we should celebrate?
This just means
well,
we need to impress good morals on him even more.
yeah.
Oh, he's very kind to Reuben.
So anything
very
that
kind.
says a fiend has to be evil?
It is a precedent set in the monster manual and in how fiends are shown. There is no firm requirement saying a fiend absolutely has to be evil, and as a matter of fact, if we are taking the stories from Avernus and the module that was made for that, namely with the angel that became a devil and then became an angel again, it is possible to ascend and descend and change your state
Mhm.
as an outsider.
The
Go from being a fiend to a celestial to a celestial to a fiend, what have you.
the thing I'm mostly worried about is the fact that he was a really big bad fiend and he was split apart.
Who
Because
did
of
it, and
that.
why should we be putting him back together?
So putting them back together, there's no guarantee that will change his nature at all. We're just hoping that it does because he was at like a more basic state for a while.
There is also one potential issue. I cannot choose to exclude any creatures if I abjure the extraplanar.
So Reuben needs to not be around you when that happens.
Yeah. So
Wait,
technically wouldn't hurt him, but it would make him frightened of me.
Yeah, it would not be great for Reuben, but it would not be catastrophic. It just would not be great. And Reuben would almost certainly not appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a little
It-
guy.
If we need it tough
He's
luck.
getting bigger, bear in mind.
He's a little guy with
God.
stats that are better than a commoner by far.
He was already previously
already
he
was
was
a little
already
bit
better
better,
than a commoner.
But
He
like,
was just small and probably
he's
could
getting
have
to be on
ripped
par
out a
with some of
commoner's
us.
throat.
He's probably big enough where he could actually hold the gun. He might require all four hands to aim it. But
Yeah. I mean, in theory, you could give him some daggers.
he's
I
got a
do
Oh,
gun.
I
have
just remembered the
Anna's-
excerpt from Hellboy. Is that a monkey? He's got a
He's got a
gun!
I know in my inventory I still have Hana's previous weapon. Not the chakram, the
A Kenganish.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Kenganish.
Do you want to give Reuben a Kenganish?
You know that picture that Tally drew? Go to cry.
Go to cry.
Once the shock and awe has worn down a little bit, Daeris is just gonna go, "Hey, Luce,
Hmm.
do you think he could kill you now?"
Yes, I think he could.
Do you think you could get rid of you permanently?
Not for lack of trying.
Daeris will look at Reuben and go, the second you can get rid of him, I will be I'm not going to say indebted to you, you're a fiend. That's probably not a good thing to say. But, like, I'll be really thankful.
Reuben will note this.
Reuben will remember
this.
this.
That I do need to ask you, Jolly, are you actually going to give Reuben a Kenganish?
I don't see why not. It's not like anyone's
Okay.
using it.
Okay.
Well, why? Why are you saying it
I
like
will
that?
add a Kenganish to Reuben's inventory and remove it from yours.
Because we don't know if he's a bastard yet. And with his new awakened
No, I
state.
believe he's
What,
so
and let him
kind.
fight without a weapon?
He's a monkey!
You're
I-
going to get stabbed at some point, Kaz, and that's going to be on you.
Are you going to expose him to danger? Just like, go fight.
He's a Pokemon!
Well, if-
No,
if
it would be
this
more
is the-
closer to being the creatures in Power World at this point.
Do you remember when Reuben got accosted in the street? That's
That's
just
true,
now.
and-
That's
When that
Now
guy
he's got-
wrapped a flaming rag onto his tail.
now he's got a
Wasn't-
weapon. Oh god, he's got a
Wasn't
weapon.
that the person that you just fought?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I still don't think he can stand up to a person who's summoned 4 demons.
So the question is, does he still act like a normal familiar when, like, if he gets put down,
Yes.
he has to be resummoned? Okay,
Yep.
I just want
Yeah,
to
if
be
you-
there for that.
Put down.
With that said,
Put
it
him
also
down.
does mean that any items that you equip onto Reuben, if he is removed, you will need to pick
You
those
guys.
items back up.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Now, the real test of your new character, Reuben, and Fitz will hold out Frog towards Reuben. You still friends? Or...
Reuben will pick up Frog and will instead put Frog on his shoulder because he can no longer ride on Frog.
Yes! Things are
No,
just
but-
getting more incredible by the
I just
moment.
wanted to point out you've equipped this monkey with a very rare +2 magic item. I also just need to say that.
Yeah.
Well, no one's using it.
It's fair. It's fair.
I am so excited by the end of this campaign for the strongest member of our party to be the fucking monkey.
Assuming he's still on our side by then.
Wait, we're just building the
Praying.
final boss.
Reuben, final boss. We've upgraded him too much.
We've given him every single magic item, magic weapon that we don't need, and so he has like 10 arms each with a
Wait,
different
come
magic
on.
weapon, and we have to
Took
fight.
too much, and it turned against us.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
You said he's 2 foot tall, right?
Yes.
That means he's like a halfling size.
Yes.
That means
a
we
little
can
bit
put
shorter
armor on
than
him.
a halfling.
Yeah.
We can put armor on the
Halflings are
monkey.
like 3 to
Ew.
4 feet.
He's a little shorter than a halfling,
Oh.
but you could, with some tailoring, possibly manage to
Yeah.
buy outfits for him and, armor him maybe.
We could dress him up like a
Guys.
toddler and be like, "This is our son."
Your son, your sweet son. Like Scooby Doo at the airport in that one live action Scooby Doo.
See, I was thinking like in it's not the like oh god, what was it? It was like the Age of Exandria or something, where Amy Carrera's character pretended the halfling was her child, and people would be like, oh, it's like some really ugly toddler.
It's Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh.
After we give Reuben the weapon, Daeris is gonna go, so do you remember anything?
Reuben will kind of look off slightly and squint a little bit. He'll make a hand motion like this.
Does he use one hand or two?
2 hands.
like
in his
the
second
both
nature
on
him,
one
so he is-
side.
Yeah, so with one side of his body, he makes like that iffy motion with his hands.
I love
Kinda
this
foggy.
monkey.
He'll nod.
Well, whether or not it's a good or bad thing, it's happening. We'll keep looking for the coins if for no other reason than, as awful as it sounds, I'd rather have to kill you at full power than get rid of you when you were not you. Seems kind of unfair.
So you say that, and you will hear Reuben go,
He's laughing. I don't like this.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. Why did you humor him? That.
You're a friend, right, Reuben? Like you don't secretly hate us, right? We're cool. Oh, your hesitation is really freaking me out.
Reuben kind of scratches his chin with one hand and holds up one finger and walks out of the room.
What? What does that mean?
Read.
Definitely
what
a
does
lot
that mean?
smarter, that's for sure.
Reuben, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
You will not get any further response from Reuben, and
I want him to bring back
no, you guys
a
will actually
crayon
not see
drawing.
Reuben until bedtime comes around.
Oh.
What?
Yep.
When did he had an agenda that I didn't know?
Reuben wanders off into the cart somewhere. You'll kind of lose track of him.
Does Reuben? Now I have to ask. Does Reuben have
Does
his
Reuben
own
have his
secret
own
lair?
room?
Does he have a secret lair in the cart? He's intelligent enough to make himself a little secret
That-
lair in the cart.
That is an excellent question.
Oh no.
You can look in on him using the mirror if you wanted.
We're
gonna
gonna invade
invade
his
your
privacy. He's like a teenager right now. He needs his space. And it's
A lot
hard
of
to let him have that
teenagers-
space. I'm worried
a lot
about
of
it.
teenagers have the doors removed from theirs because they're
That's
overly.
freaky.
That's abuse.
And then those
I-
teenagers end up going no contact with their parents because they
Yes.
never have privacy.
Yeah.
Like that's really kind of
Privacy is a
freaky.
human
Fucked up. Yeah. So I will give Reuben his monkey rights and not
I
snoop
need
on him.
to make a new token for Reuben.
I'm
I
gonna-
respect
What
him.
about his monkey
Wait,
wrongs?
Wait, I need to update the
Hey,
fucking
wait.
character art.
Did he walk away with Frog? Is Frog
Yeah,
with
yeah. He Frog is on his shoulder. He walks away with Frog still on him.
That's fine. That's fine.
you can prove out Frog at any time, and
Yeah, I don't want to. It's just
but furthermore, this means that Reuben is going to increasingly excel ahead of Fizzy in the riding courses.
Ooh, yeah.
Boy. If he even attends them anymore, he's in the rebellious stage now.
You don't know that. Some teenagers are very sweet.
But he walked away from us. I asked if we were cool, and he walked away.
He said 1 minute, or was he saying one of us is cool?
No, he just held up a finger. Like I'll get back to you on that.
I don't like that he has to think about it so hard.
Hey, Connor, can I do an insight check actually on that?
Sure.
Insight
Uh,
check the monkey.
I checked that.
Fun fact, I get this at advantage now.
Yeah.
I cannot understate enough or overstate enough how much I fucking love Reuben.
Brightness, it's a good thing I had advantage.
Oh,
He's
good.
the most guy ever. I love him so much.
Cause I rolled a 1 on one die
Oh.
and a 19 on the other.
Boy, that's good.
Striking difference there.
Mhm.
You have the hunch that Reuben is slowly becoming sly enough to intentionally lie,
Oh my god.
maybe to fuck with you guys.
No.
Daeris keeps
He's-
that dodge to herself, but as he's leaving, she goes, "Well played."
I love the idea that Reuben's too cool to show like affection now. It's like we're cool, right? And he's like, I guess,
Oh, he's
maybe.
becoming a tsundere.
Just like his own.
Oh my
What?
god.
Fucking calling out Jolly like that. Goddamn. Alrighty. Any actions you guys would like to do in the cart?
I can't immediately.
Well,
We
Daeris,
need to
you
play.
need to get a new short sword, mind you.
Yeah.
We also need to get you studded leather armor.
I don't like that I'm the one who's being. Oh, this is done too. I feel
Here,
like it's
you-
a punishment.
Here, she puts it out in front of you. Is a box of jewelry. Well, I know how much this costs, but I guess you could use this too.
How much could a
Bye.
short sword possibly cost? A box of jewels?
Daeris will look at this. Look at Kaz and Kana. I come from a rich family, but we're not like jewelers or anything. Could I still put a rough estimate on this?
Like 1,000 plus, easy.
How much
Daeris
could a
is gonna-
banana possibly cost?
Daeris is gonna look at this, look at Kaz, and go, "Do you know how much this is worth?"
Of course I do. It's 1,500 gold.
Daeris does gag like that. This is so
is
much
a-
money.
This is a slowly accumulating box of wealth that Jolly had on their person.
Yeah.
Daeris is gonna go, "Do you just want me to like take what I need from it and give you back?"
Yeah, or just put it back to the party funds. I don't care.
The act of stealing is already done. She doesn't need it anymore.
Is that how kleptomania works?
I
Out of
don't know.
curiosity.
It's
No,
the act of stealing, but monetary value doesn't mean anything.
I mean, technically,
It's
there are
also
two different varieties of
Yeah.
kleptomania.
Yeah.
It's also very much a mental illness in some states where effectively, in some situations, it will be a compulsion to steal.
Mhm.
Stress-based compulsion ordinarily where in moments of high tension where they feel things are out of their control, they will steal as an urge to relieve that
It's an itch.
stress. It
Basically.
is an itch to scratch effectively.
Yeah.
It is not. I don't think it's something that anyone should really be judged for, but like
N-
it's also something
no,
that
it's-
you would need a therapist to verify that disorder.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the one of the sides is compulsion to take or have momentarily. A different side that some have is compulsion to hoard, which usually is related to a different comorbid condition.
that is a little different, but same vein effectively. Also, just for Jolly's reference, I posted the stat block for Reuben in the Dicefunctional chat, so you
You
can see it if you
did?
want.
Wait. Oh yeah, no. That's stealth though. What the fuck? It's the same stealth that I have on cat.
Well, now you can take your monkey out criming.
But yeah, the jewelry box will at least, you complain about not getting armor. Here's the box of jewels.
I'm gonna go lie down real quick.
What the?
And Daeris is just gonna sit down and stare at this box. You just have the. How much
I
do you
mean-
steal when we're not looking?
I mean, did you still want the block of cheese or?
You still have the block of cheese you stole from a grave?
Kaz pulls out the block of cheese still wrapped in paper, and there is a noted odor starting to emit from this block of cheese.
We'll probably just make the mice within the rope trick hole even more desirable of it.
These rats are hungry.
Put it in the rat hole. Put it in the rat hole.
Next time you use rope trick, they're gonna be like much closer.
I summon Rope Chick to open the hole and throw the cheese in.
So you just kind of toss it up into there, and there will be noted movement that is different from before. Instead of the rats all just kind of staying around the edges, you will see that the rats start to scurry inward and tussle over the cheese. And the rope trick will close on its own as the rats are fed.
Delicious.
I will go armor shopping. I will look at swords. I'm really picky about my swords. My last one was really good for holding the poison on the actual blade. Most short swords aren't.
I will point out Villavelle does not have a weapon shop.
I didn't figure.
Villavelle is a small town.
Theoretically, Daeris could, like, window shop using the mirror. Look around various, like, known smithing shops in the various cities and be like, ooh, I like that one, let's go there.
I'll be straight with you, it would be easier to go back to Ghiran to buy some actual weapons.
Yeah.
You can check
And
Granny's
I'll be
mail.
honest.
I can check my mail and see if my
Wait,
stuff got
wait.
moved around again.
Where's the fun in that?
I'll be honest
I
with you,
get to
I'm
see
not,
my house. That's the
I'm
fun.
not buying a short sword, because I know for a fact Connor's fucking sitting on a weapon. Give me my goddamn weapon.
You don't know when I'm gonna do it.
You gotta
You
find
told me
it.
less than 10 sessions.
You're right. How many more do I have?
I don't know.
Gotta find it.
It's gonna come to the 10th session and you're gonna be, like, stabbed in the back with it and left for dead with the blade sticking out.
Gotta fight Reuben for it.
Well,
That would be a real betrayal from he.
So would you guys like to just catch a ride over to Ghiran?
I mean, if
Sure.
Granny wants to go home, we might as well.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
Gotta dust the place, you know?
It is just about noon. By the time you get over to Ghiran, it'll be 6 p.m. to catch the train.
Alright.
I already did the quick math.
I mean, we don't have anywhere else that we're like
Probably
heading towards.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Yeah,
probably
nowhere else that
Daddy
you
is-
gotta get to right now.
Daddy is there if we want to go see her, but the next thing on our game plan, I think, was really just seeing Muni and going out there.
Yeah.
And I was maybe gonna call one of our old friends, but if no one pressures Granny to do it, she's not gonna do it. So.
I can't press you, I don't know your old friends.
I can push you, but right now I'm more distracted by the
Yeah.
2-foot monkey with 2 arms.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, does he at least come to dinner?
He will come to dinner, yes. He does not have a Kanganij on his person at that point in time, but he will come to dinner. You will have to set up 2 plates for him, as he will be eating with both sets of hands at the same time, and is eating significantly more than he did last time. He's eating about the same amount that a normal adult man would eat.
I mean, it makes sense.
He hungry, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
We'll just have to
can't
make sure we
wait.
make an entire additional serving.
I can't wait for him to be able to, like, transform into a monkey but maintain his mask like Envy from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Just like the size small monkey taking a step and the ground sinks in like it's this giant creature.
That'd be a very funny idea. Catching a train, you guys make your way over to Ghiran, pay the toll to the oddly familiar looking man at the toll booth. And you
That
will
Reuben inside him.
Yes, give him to Reuben. You guys will make your way over to the city of Ghiran. There, you will see that things appear to have changed slightly. Granny, your home was fairly close to one of the main entrances of the city, if I recall correctly.
It is.
Was it
Yep,
this
I
building?
right
think
there.
the use of the word was.
Yes.
I don't like
What?
As you guys are making your way in through the eastern gate of Ghiran, you will see where Granny's home once was is instead a smoldering pile of charcoal. It is not freshly burnt down, but it has burnt down sometime recently.
My home! Is it just my house? Did any other house burn down?
It looks like the neighboring house probably caught a little bit of the flame, but there's no indication that anything else burnt down to the same degree. Maybe a house got a little charred, but nothing too bad.
I'm sorry, Granny.
Goddamn.
It has to be Weston. It's
This-
gotta be.
You think you did this to get my attention?
There,
Well,
appears, there appears
know
to be
that's
some large structure across the street. Perhaps someone saw something from there.
Yeah, the
So you-
restaurant. I can ask the neighbors as well. I'm gonna start
It's up to
knocking
you.
on doors. And
Yeah,
be like,
you could either go
"Hey."
to a neighbor or you could go to the Devil Doe's Internet and Entertainment. It's up to you.
I'll go to the neighbor whose house caught on fire as well.
Yep. So you make your way over to your neighbor's home. That is an elven couple. If you recall correctly, their last name was something with an F. You don't really remember all that much. You didn't really talk to them a huge amount. Husband's name was Francois. You know that. And you will step over to speak with them, and you'll see that Francois will step out and kind of give a wave and say, it's been some time.
Yeah.
I realized you had not been in your home for some time. The dwarf popped by every once in a while to check on things.
Suzanne, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry about your home.
You know what happened? What caused it?
No, not really. It was late at night. It must have been maybe I'd say maybe a fortnight ago. Middle of the night, I assumed everything was fine, and then I got woken up by lights. And at first I thought it was maybe someone going for a walk, or maybe a god captain, or something similar, and I look over and your house is an inferno.
Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, my most prized possessions are out of the house, so it's not a huge loss, but it was my house.
My condolences. The damage to my home is minor, so I'm not concerned, and I am not going to. I have no quarrel with you. In all honesty, I cannot see how anything you could have done would have done this. It's been weeks since I last saw you here, so
I've been.
there's no way a candle or
Yeah.
a fire was left out. So
Yeah.
I apologize.
Hmm.
Yes, Jill.
This is Fitz in character, trying to like see if he can scoot in and ask Granny's neighbor a question.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Do you gave sort of a vague timeline of when this could have happened? Do you have any more specific, how many days ago or around what time?
So I would say, jeez. Let me double check one thing.
Useful for the spell clue.
Fitz has something better to use in this case.
I believe that it was just past 14 days ago, so 15 days. That would be the 66, I believe. And at that time, there was let's see, I was due for a shift at the docks, and I got up. I was woken up, I think, maybe a few hours before my shift, so that would be 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
All right. Thank you.
This is too happy.
Yeah, I was like, we got some.
I was like, this is getting really jazzy
Granny's house burned down.
for a case of arson that we didn't do.
For one.
We did not
For
commit the
once.
arson.
There's still time.
All right.
What
No,
are you
the house
planning?
is already
Fitz?
burned down. Well, I recently learned a spell called Impressions of the Past. And I could see maybe who did it, if I time things right.
Worth a shot.
I've still got the hunch that I think it was probably Weston, but to have the confirmation would be reassuring.
You never know. Well, thank you, Francois. We'll continue our investigation.
Well, it's no problem.
I'm homeless now.
Francois will close his door.
Do you have insurance?
I don't think insurance existed back then.
Do you need insurance? You guys are adventurers with gold in the thousands.
I didn't used to be, though.
True. Used to be a train robber with.
Well, after that.
Yeah, the first home insurance, like, official policies started being issued in 1950, so...
Yeah, I don't think
No way.
insurance exists.
It does not.
Yeah.
Trying to think, because the spell Impressions of the Past does clarify that I have to have an exact, like time and location.
You want help?
Oh yeah, with Clue
Yeah.
you can...
Yeah.
Please.
I can get a more exact timeline because I can cast Clue over and over again until the footprints appear.
Yeah,
Daeris,
and you
save
can get
me. Save
you
me,
can touch
Daeris.
the ashes to get the tail end of that time period because when they settled when their last change would probably be
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
end of it.
Connor?
Hmm?
Can I just speed through Clue uses instead of having to sit here and say, okay, I tried this time.
no,
okay,
it's
I
fine.
tried
it's
this
fine.
time. Because I'm doing it
201.
literally.
202.
Through use
Actually,
of Clue, you'll be able to kind of start narrowing it down further and further. It looks like it probably happened sometime around 215,
you would be able
judging
to-
by the footprints at least.
you would be able to binary search it, split the time period in half. So if it's not there, then it has to be in the other half. If it is there, you know it's in that half, and
Yeah.
just continually put it half.
But it's easy enough to do. So right around 215 appears to be when the fire started. And Fitz, you wanted to use your spell?
Yes, Impressions of the Past.
So I would
And
set it a little
cast
bit
it-
before 2:15 if that's when the fire started, roughly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll do like 2. I only get it for like a minute.
I
So,
mean,
like-
do it when because we would know when the footprints about appeared, which I think is about 2:15. So I think doing it
Yeah.
at that time would still see the guy. Because we
Yeah.
want the guy.
I'll do
we
it
don't-
at 2:15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You cast a spell, and you'll see the ghostly image of what looks to be a youngish man wearing a black long coat, as he is setting what looks to be some bottles of some kind of a liquor near the base of the house. And you will see that he then just very leisurely will spill out some gunpowder that he has in a horn, and then he'll just light the end of it, and he will watch as one of the bottles cracks open and starts to burn, which then makes the other ones crack and burn, and then it gets further and further and further. This is Weston.
That
Yeah.
son of a gun. What's his
Really is
fucking
doing
damage?
Anything to spite you, isn't he?
Well, I think it's less of spite. I was going to say this earlier. He seems to have this complex towards you being wasted potential. And
It's not-
what potential is having a quaint little home in a lovely seaside town.
My life
That's
is
not the-
not his problem.
Well,
Better than that.
it can't help get your home back, but perhaps putting this evidence forward to the guards might increase his bounty, so if you do eventually deal with him, you'll be able to buy a new home.
I mean, I'm not too worried about new home at this point. Cross
Yeah,
that
for all we
bridge
know,
when I-
vampires could kill us all.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna be adventuring until I die now. That was always sort of the plan. Not in like a
Well,
suicidal way, just I don't expect them to last much longer.
Well, then let us hope that
You're
is
still
not
Still a
too
few
soon.
years, Fitz. Don't make that face at me.
You're spry. You're sprightly.
I'm almost
Didn't-
70 years
Didn't
old.
I just say?
Ah!
That's
Ah.
what. Fitz, I can't remember what that is for you. What?
I'm almost at my 7th decade as a human, and I wasn't exactly the healthiest
Is- Is it not
whippersnapper.
good? Fitz, is it no? Oh,
Do a little bit of conversion, but it's pretty
yeah. I'm not good with human years.
Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
It's okay, Fitz. We all come to our end eventually.
All right, Fitz. We'll let you speak at the funeral.
I'm sure you'll give a
Stop
beautiful
it.
eulogy.
To be fair,
I don't want to hear this.
to be fair, that is a really good lifespan for my kin. Due to the physiological burden of shifting, it does tend to lead to slightly shorter lifespans.
Well, how old are you?
If I remember off the top of my head, I believe Ignatius was 34, 38, somewhere in that
Oh
range.
my god, you're middle-aged.
38.
Yeah,
You're middle-aged.
38.
Ignatius hitting that that midlife crisis era. Decided
I
to join a
wouldn't
band of
follow
adventurers.
Instead of buying a sports car.
He bought a motorcycle. Midlife crisis.
You know the middle-aged thing, like, get a really big horse, go off on an adventure, put down coal.
His motorcycle is Blues.
I
think
mean,
the horse could
there
kill
is
more.
the joke that car guys are horse girls.
Note
I
to self: make
mean-
fun of Adam for being a horse girl.
We've already done that.
Do it again.
It's okay, it's gonna be months before Adam sees this episode.
Yeah, we have to pivot away from Becca being the horse girl. We got to take it to Adam.
I was never a horse girl.
That's why we have to pivot away.
But yeah,
Okay.
after a little bit, Granny just like if you stop talking to her, she gets kind of quiet, just looks at her house for a while. It's just like, man.
Well then, let's get a drink.
Ah. Know how to perk a lady up.
I don't like that phrasing.
Don't make fun of her. Our house just burned down.
My house burned
There are
down.
worse, there are worse
Nothing-
things that could have happened.
Nothing can be done of it at this point, and the person who committed the arson nearly killed half of us, so
Yeah, he already got what he wanted. My attention just took 2 weeks.
Maybe if you tell the people at the bar that your house burnt down, free drinks. Maybe. They like you here. They like you here so much.
They do, I think.
Hey man, my house burned down. Can I have some drinks?
we're-
Honestly, yes.
this leads to the question: was mailbox attached to the house, or was it separate and still?
Yeah, is my
Separate-
mail still there?
Mailbox
Has her
separate.
employer been like picking up her mail?
Oh yeah, the mail is
Are
not
there
present.
bills?
Yeah, so Suzanne probably has it.
At least you don't have to pay any more bills.
Sure.
Look, man, I'm trying to find something. I bought my house outright.
All right.
This
I-
was
I-
my house.
We have wells, so like I didn't have to charge anyone to bring us water.
There's literally a well right on the other side. You can
I
see
don't
it
know.
past the timbers.
I'm trying to make this better somehow by saying at least it wasn't. I
At
don't know.
least my important things weren't in there because I brought them with
Yes.
me when I went adventuring. That's the bright side.
And you also weren't in there as a
And
burn.
I also wasn't in there.
Exactly.
I gotta
Uh,
get my mail from Suzanne, I guess. You go find your sword and armor.
So, forgive me, Jess, but shopping for a set of studded leather armor and a sword is fairly straightforward and simple. So we will go to Suzanne, if that's okay.
I don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
I'm coloring. It's okay.
I'm coloring.
The total cost of the studded leather and short sword is gonna be 55 gold.
Oh no.
But
Fun
No
fact:
short
Doris is not
sword.
buying a short sword. She's still too bitter and picky.
How
So
much for the
45 for
45?
the studded
Okay.
leather.
and there's a pigeon in Daeris' ear going, "Go, go, wait, wait,
Wait.
don't buy a sword, wait."
No, buy a sword. It'll be funnier.
No,
Fuck
it
you.
won't be. It'll be
Ooh.
frustrating.
Granny, you will make your way over to Suzanne's Dwarvish imports.
Yeah.
There, you will see that Suzanne's one of Suzanne's front windows has been smashed in. It looks like.
Oh no. Is he okay? Is he in there?
Yo, you make your way inside and you will see the familiar form of Suzanne. He is there, and he'll give you a little wave. It's nice to see you again. Otherwise, I'm assuming you have seen
Yeah.
your. I'm very sorry about that.
It's alright.
But yes, well, it could have been worse, in fairness. But I got your mail at least, and I set that aside for you.
Much appreciated. What happened to your window?
Well, someone threw a weapon through my window. It looks.
A weapon?
Yes, it was pretty basic. They threw a brick in first and then followed it up with a incendiary device.
They were trying to burn down your store.
Yes. Thankfully I heard the window smash, and then I came down and put out the fire as well. But yes, that's
Oh.
could have been bad. Thankfully, it's only a broken window. That is a simple enough thing to fix. Nonetheless, your mail. Here you are.
Thank you.
I took the liberty and reached out to the local council here and told them the situation. They were more than willing to forgive the matter, especially after hearing recent news, to be honest with you.
Forgive the matter?
Well,
What do you mean?
they're not charging you, taxes for a burned down house, I mean.
Yes.
But they were more than willing to forgive the whole situation. Especially given who you all are now, if you've had the chance to read the papers.
Not the most recently.
Well, in that case, let me be the first to congratulate you and thank you for rescuing the queen.
You're welcome.
And, but when the port town was attacked, it did not take very long for a retinue to arrive and try to help the situation. And it was Lord Fionbor and a woman who introduced herself as the queen. And they were backed by the Lord, and the Elven forces did assist as well. Perhaps it may have been a little iffy, given the situation, but they helped. And, well, the neighborhood watch was mentioned a few times, and as were some general descriptions of the people who were there, and, well, the council was more than willing to not charge taxes and help in any way they can, considering the reputation.
Well, that's certainly nice of them.
Yes. But, really, I did not throw away any papers that you got. Do bear in mind, though, at least half of that is taxes that were due. I think they're forgiven now, though, so don't worry about that.
Just tosses them in a waste.
Throws that away. So you have your letters. I don't believe there's anything big I need to cover in said letters. It's, the correspondences between, like, from old friends of yours, like the cleric of Althea and the cleric of Milvois, who are just sending you a letter to reach out to you, make sure you're okay, having you get back to them whenever you can, stuff like that. Nothing earth-shattering is present in those letters, just to reassure you.
Okay.
I think a few people we met, if they ever needed to reach out to the party, we gave them Granny's address.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did provide Granny's address in case you ever needed to get things going.
My chest of stuff from the Underdark was supposed to come to Granny's house, so
Oh,
definitely
no.
need to steal it before it gets to your house.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
well,
I don't know
the
what's in it.
The mailbox is still there.
The mailbox is still there.
Well, not only is the mailbox still there, Zuzan is also regularly going to pick up mail now.
Got it.
He's a good guy. Yeah, after she catches up with Suzanne a little bit, she's probably gonna visit her two cleric friends, but we don't have to roleplay that. She's basically being like, "Hey, I'm okay."
Yeah, that's fair.
House burned down. Womp
House
womp.
burned down.
Womp womp.
Connor,
Yes.
did he say that our descriptions went out?
Yes.
The ones
So
who
me and
were in
Fizzy.
the port, anyway.
Yeah. Once they were in the port, she described her heroes, the people who saved her, and mentioned their names. And yes, that does mean that you
Yeah.
guys were described as members of the Neighborhood Watch.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm pointing this out is because Fizzy and I do not blend in.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get noticed a lot more than I'm comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But the one person whose description is definitely not on there is Ignatius.
Yep.
Who wasn't
Ignatius, on the
part of
other
the
hand,
group.
is not mentioned at all.
Wasn't part of
Ignatius
the group.
doesn't exist.
Honestly, might be useful later.
Yeah.
Perhaps Kaz may see it as a challenge, being a famous thief.
I'm not. I haven't been showing up on the papers or anything like
No.
that.
But
You
the
would-
queen.
Oh,
Well,
When
Knows
the
your
queen was
description.
saved, descriptions and names were given because you guys were her heroes.
she's
God,
not
being
famous
famous.
for being a thief, but she's a thief who is famous for other reasons.
Yeah, you're not described as a thief, but you're described as a roguish individual with a talent for high wire work.
I feel like this is insulting that I wanted a wanted poster, not some high hero title of the year.
Clearly, you need to step up your
Ah,
crimes,
youth.
become equally infamous.
wait,
I
you
I feel
want
like
remember
I'm
when
the
I
only
had a
one
s-
happy about this.
I remember when I
would
had a
like to-
wanted poster. Good
I
times.
would like to retire eventually. You know, raise my child, not have to worry about people knowing who I am.
Well,
Well, the rest of your family
Retire.
won't have a problem with that. You, on the other hand,
Isn't your spouse like a famous author?
Yeah, they're famous.
they're also a changeling. They can look
Nothing
however
is-
they want if they don't want to be noticed in public.
Buy a wig. It's easy to avoid.
Buy a wig.
She's got a point.
I mean, Bryn must not like the fact that we're famous now, right? Right, Bryn? Please, please tell me.
I get letters from my fans pretty regularly, and I've been recognized a few times. This is pretty par for the course.
I hate this. You're supposed to be the famous one.
Yeah, well, then you decided to do this.
You were missing.
I did. Saving the queen wasn't part of the task.
No, it was kind of just an accidental side gig. Such an awful thing to say that saving the queen was just kind of a side gig.
No, but it sounds funnier and makes you seem more like a big damn hero than you may want to be.
Yeah,
Saving
it
the
was just
queen.
on the way
Yeah.
to saving
it,
the world.
it was just a one-night stand.
I'm calm. I'm cool.
Well, got your armor at least.
I didn't buy a sword.
And,
We're gonna.
and
I didn't like any of the swords they had.
Daeris, you just
Oh
need
my
something to
God.
tide you over.
Impractical. They couldn't. You put an oil on it, and it slipped off. It wasn't
Yeah.
gonna be.
Don't get
any
an
good.
oiled blade then.
that is usually how they do it, so that they also shed blood, so the blade doesn't rust.
I needed to not shed things.
You are very picky.
Yeah, I was in my late. I was almost 100 before I found who I was marrying. Of course, I'm picky. No offense, babe.
Not taken. Well, I suppose we can go relax and find something to eat, I guess.
I'm gonna
Do we have-
visit No Fingers Charlie.
Can we head back to the cart for a second?
All of us are just.
Well, all of us. I mean, the bar's on the place for food is across from Granny's house, and we left the cart there because we were just walking. It's a very walkable city.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll back to the cart.
Your spouse will make their way back into the cart to go and do something, and as that happens, you guys will see something silvery underneath the cart as it starts to pull its way out from under there and up. As you see something that looks a bit like a bipedal bird is the best way of describing it. But it is made entirely of metal. It just shines and glitters and catches the light very well. And you see that it kind of looks at you all and turns its head. And turns its head to the side again.
Great work, the three of us who were tilting our head in unison with that.
Miss Daeris, I'm sending this over to you. Forgive me, my creation is not exactly the smartest, but it does seem to listen to instructions well.
He?
Here. And you see that the creation will kind of tilt its head back and then open up its jaw, and then you watch as it pulls the hand down into its mouth and then pulls out something and points it towards you, and then flips the blade and hands it towards you.
See, I told you guys I didn't need to go buy a sword.
Oh my god, how could you have planned a bird giving you a sword?
I couldn't have, but this is just very convenient timing considering the fight.
All things considered, this explanation for being handed a weapon is about on par as getting it thrown to you from a lady in a lake.
Oh my god, is Daeris gonna be queen?
I call this Ionlius.
God bless
It may
you.
not look usual as swords go, but I believe it will suffice for our agreement. Thank you
yeah, I
for
did-
helping me.
Yeah, no problem. I forgot I asked for a magic item.
Now,
Thanks.
with this message done and the sword delivered, my creation's going to get going.
Yeah, have a good night. Day, whatever time of...
Do bear in mind, if you've been responding to this, I cannot actually hear you. This is just a message.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see.
Connor, you missed the opportunity for this message will now self-destruct, and then have everyone figure on that. That was just a sense of humor that I picked up. Good
and
day.
I've
you
learned what a joke is.
I've learned what a joke is. You will watch as this bird-like creature kind of crouches down slightly, and you will hear with a... It just leaps up into the air and disappears.
Oh my gosh, that bird is jet assisted takeoff.
Bryn,
It's a VTOL
sweetie,
bird.
is this what you wanted me to see?
Bryn will kind of come back out of the cart. All right, ready to go get dinner?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
To dinner. Come on.
I-
Come on. You can explain it
you
later.
couldn't.
I'm
You
hungry.
couldn't have just told. You couldn't have just told me, Bryn.
Told you what? I was in the cart. What are you talking about? Where'd you get the sword?
Do you think Bryn organized this?
I wouldn't do it past them to fuck with me like this.
That was clearly from he.
I meant the fact that they knew this was something crawled under the cart.
Well, are you gonna incite your spouse?
Yeah, might as well.
Grumpy me, you're so grumpy. You should make a little biscuit.
That's a 2 on the die. Let's try the other roll. 18 on the die.
Your spouse does not appear to know what you're talking about.
Then why did they ask us to come to the cart?
I needed
They
to
wanted
put
to
away
get-
my purse.
Oh my god.
Get ready for dinner. Come on, you
Yeah.
barbarian.
Gotta freshen up a little bit.
Daeris is just gonna throw her hands up and walk over. She's gonna start to walk over, turn around, grab the baby, and then carry it over with us.
I have posted the first image of Daeris' weapon into artwork.
Give it.
No, the
Send.
fuck you ain't.
No, the fuck you ain't.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Cool.
Why is it done?
Hey, great news! I have plenty of attunement
That you
slots.
do.
That you
You guys then make your way over to the nearest restaurant that Granny knows the best, which would be Devil Doe's Inn and Entertainment. It's right across the street.
My house burned down.
My house burned down.
did we want to take a quick break here?
We could take a real quick break here since this session already is a little screwy because we're down someone
And you can't look at Foundry.
and we
Yeah.
can't look at Foundry. I was honestly planning on just going
That's fine.
and then ending the session.
Ending in
I mean,
like
we're only gonna
40
let
minutes.
go for
probably.
like,
Well,
yeah, like at 6.
Yeah.
Bean, you're so
So
cute. Bean. He's sitting.
so you guys make your way into the bar, and after sitting down and relaxing for a little bit, the more perceptive amongst you will become vaguely aware of hushed conversation and pointing that appears to be going on around you all.
Damn it.
My love,
Um,
can you please take my gun out of the holster and shoot me?
No, but I can't take the bullets out. And then there will be a round of drinks delivered to your table, and the waitress will say, "Here, free of charge."
It's almost like you knew my house burned down.
Yeah. Yeah. You're Granny, right?
Yeah, that's what they call me.
I'm
That's
sorry
what you
about
tell
that,
us
hon.
to come to you.
Because that's what people call me.
Well, I heard. I was at least aware of you. I mean, you came here before for food, but still, I'm
Yeah.
real sorry about your
I
house.
recognize it. Ugh, it's alright. Nothing of
It's okay.
great importance was lost. A few photographs,
it's-
maybe.
Well, if it's any consolation, the meal and the drinks are going to be on the house, all right? And if you need to stay anywhere, we do have a room that we can keep open.
It's so kind of you. No, she doesn't cry. That's mighty kind of you, thank you.
We can pay for our food.
No. Let me have this.
Shut the fuck up!
This is like someone at the table like saying, "Oh, hey, it's their birthday to get the free dessert."
Except he's like, hey, my house burned down.
Hey,
I'm famous.
her house burned down. Can we get a free dessert?
What a-
No candles, please. Please,
What a
God,
strange
no
pull.
candles.
But yeah, you guys will have free meals and many drinks provided to your table. It appears to be done by everybody else in the establishment who are buying you guys drinks.
Question: if people have to do Constitution saves, do you want to benefit from Ignatius's aura, or do
No.
you want to get drunk?
No. No benefits.
Daeris is not drinking.
Fitz is politely asking for water at every opportunity.
All right.
Granny takes
Yeah,
his share.
first two. Fitz has provided 2 beers that go untouched, and then Fitz winds up with about 6 glasses of water sitting in front of them.
I take Fitz's beers. And I get crunk because I rolled a 6 on the die, so I'm not lasting very long. I was just like an overall check.
I don't think
If
I
anybody
have.
else wants to roll Constitution for how much they are drinking alcohol, feel free to.
I
Yeah,
want
don't-
to.
Daeris has a 2-year-old in her lap. She's not drinking. More than one time she has to. You know how parents will just gently take a baby's hand and like pull it back towards them when they're gonna grab something they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Or when a baby's hand is like this close to something and you push it just a little further away, like.
You'll
Listen,
see Daeris do that several times as drinks
My-
get set down.
my sister's infant is 1, and we were on vacation just like a month ago to where that was every meal.
Uh,
Just like,
at one point, you will see that a smaller cup, like a teacup, really, of what looks like hot milk, is also
Oh, free drink for the baby.
is also set at the table for your child. It appears.
Oh my god.
Your
Please,
your
this little
partner
baby.
is not hesitating to drink and down the beers that are being set in front of her. By the way.
yeah.
They deserve it after what they've been through.
It's rules.
I do
Yeah.
have a question. What form is she in right now?
So she is in the bullseye form. So the one that
Okay.
has like the
Human.
permanently, yeah, the one that's got the permanently what's the word? Dilated pupil.
Well, I can't quite remember my con mod, but I rolled either a 13 or a 14. So,
So you
pretty,
you would you'd be doing pretty well, to be honest with you.
Hey, Connor, can you
Um,
roll for
17.
Bren?
For Bryn,
Kaz
I'm
is
doing that right now.
fine. Fucking
I'm doing that.
17.
17. What'd you get, Kaz?
No, Kaz got the 17.
Oh, you got a 17. Fuck, that's good. So yeah, Kaz, you are doing just fine. You're downing these pints with no issue at all.
Coming out of your cage.
That's for Bren. Bren got a
Just
12.
fine.
she can benefit from my aura if she wants to, which would be +4 to that.
So, I forgot. Bryn is proficient in Constitution, of all things.
Why did she get Constitution proficiency?
I don't know, but she does.
Okay.
So 12 plus 8.
She has a +8?
It's 3 plus her proficiency mod, and she had a pretty decent proficiency.
What the? You never showed me my spouse's stats. What
I
the
didn't.
fuck?
See,
But
your spouse never showed them.
Yeah, Celebrin's doing just fine. But you guys will be able to have your meals and have your drinks without any issues.
Does Reuben get drinks?
Are you
Do
bringing
we have
Reuben?
the four-armed monkey out in the bar?
Do you have the four-armed monkey out of the bar? Did you drag him with you?
If he wanted to come, he can come.
Okay.
politely asked if
yeah,
you
you-
would like to come?
You offer that to Reuben, and he holds up 2 of his arms on one side and just kind of shakes his head no.
Fine.
No. He's
We'll bring
becoming
him
a
back food.
homebody.
He's becoming
That way-
independent.
That I realize is a fiend walking around a city with a bunch of heroes probably doesn't look
Yeah,
good.
four-armed monkey is probably a little bit more conspicuous than a little normal monkey.
He's a baby, so watch yourself.
He's probably thousands of years old.
A baby.
He's a baby, so I don't make the rules.
In time, you guys will eventually get people who are brave enough to come up and start asking you guys questions about the queen and about what you guys did
By
and about your adventures.
By that time, Granny is so drunk. She's just like,
Granny's fucking crossfaded.
she's just like, who cares about the queen? I don't have a home. I lived there
Granny-
for 40 years.
Granny, this is hurting you a lot more than you've been letting on.
It's the message. The house itself is not important. But the message, I lived there for so long.
Granny, if you keep complaining like that, people are gonna build you a house.
You think
Say
so?
too much.
You say that out loud, and you look over at the 3 people who were kind of talking amongst themselves, who immediately snap their heads back over to you as you said that.
Sorry, the way Becca said that in combination with the. You think so? For being like, this is terrible.
Technically speaking, I think if you had a high-level spellcaster who had that one third-party spell to just restore like a large amount of hit points, it's like whoop, back to normal.
No.
I cast House of
I-
History Bilbicus.
I hate that I make that joke and immediately it fucking...
It's just gonna have some fun scenes, you know?
Even then, if we did try rebuilding Granny's house, wasn't this just gonna burn it again?
He might. You might.
Probably.
Make it non-flammable.
Don't worry, Granny. We built this house out of asbestos.
Great.
It's perfectly legal and advised at the time.
I mean, we could do like fireproofing magic on it. Or something. I don't need it now. I'm still adventuring.
Set up a glyph of warding so that if someone tries to set it on fire, they're set on fire instead.
I think priority-wise, you might want to just settle for dealing with everything at hand and then build the house.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be living in it for a little while. I got shit to do.
Well,
Granny,
Yeah,
how many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Alright.
And Daeris is just gonna push one of Fitz's waters towards her.
She'll drink it.
if she starts answering 3 to that question, it means it's gotten really bad.
3? Why would I answer 3?
Because that's when your vision starts doubling and then comes back.
Ah.
That
It's
means
gone
you're
so
really
far
fucked.
that it's come back around.
Your vision's got so fucked up that you're just like, uh-oh. That was a joke. But is there anything else you guys want to do here at the bar, or just some things you want to do in the city of Ghiran?
I have a question for Kaz.
Uh-oh.
While people are crowding around us, that is a lot of people with pouches.
Good point.
Oh no.
Good point.
And
To
they're
To benefit
distracted.
whatever Kaz is about to do, I will say that Fitz is very politely entertaining people asking questions as one
Fitz
of
is
the only-
unintentionally distracting.
Mhm.
Yeah, not intentional at all. It's so important to me that it is not intentional,
Because the thing is,
but it will
Fitz is
help.
the most happy about this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, Ignatius just answering that he's effectively a bodyguard for the group now.
Oh, no, really?
People won't question it.
It's like, nah, we picked him up. Useful.
Did he really?
Huh.
Oh, sorry. Brian Bernard just put out a D&D book. I want to look at it now.
Who's
Yeah.
Brian Bernard?
Comedian, entertainer, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to steal. I was gonna. I can't remember if
What?
Dawn is in
Brian Bernard-
Ghiran in the city or
Supposedly.
Houston.
Supposedly
He's
in
probably
the
still
two.
here.
Just want to
Yeah.
check up on him and stuff. That's all.
So, Brian Bernard or Ben Bernard?
Oh, sorry.
Ben.
Ben Bernard. Sorry, Bernard. Sorry.
The guy
My
who does
bad.
the states?
I believe so.
Jill and I saw him live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the person I dragged you to the Pittsburgh show for, Jill.
Hey.
I remember, I was there.
Yeah, you put a D&D book.
Oh my god,
15
that was
bucks.
a good roll.
What did you just roll?
Connor, what's my? Am I
Your
using
wisdom score
sleight
is
of hand?
0, buddy.
What?
No,
Your wisdom...
That's not what they rolled for. They were rolling for sleight of hand.
Oh,
What
fuck.
you?
Okay. Oh, no.
I
Your
don't.
sleight of hand is plus 12?
Also, I don't think the rolls in the chat are updating.
Well, we're not rolling
might
in the
be.
chat because no one can access it.
I'm rolling manually.
Yeah, we're rolling
So-
manually right now.
I rolled a 19. Math.
The
Fuck me.
27,
19, wait,
it's
19?
31.
31.
Yes, it's a 19. It's a 19.
That's a plus 12 that you have, yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, Kaz, you will absolutely be able to pick the pockets of people who are surrounding you guys. You'll only get a handful from the pouches themselves, but you will find, you'll manage to get, I'll say, probably about 25 silver total.
I put that in the party funds, honestly. It was a
Fair
work effort.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well,
Fair enough.
they've been buying free drinks, so
I
for
think
the
it's
party
because
already.
it was the act of seeing if Kaz could still steal while people were paying that much attention to her.
The answer is yes.
Very much so. People are like looking right at her, and she's like stealing from them.
All right. The night will eventually draw to a close. would you want to learn more about your sword, Daeris?
I mean, as we're going back, with, I assume, Daeris asking Iggy to carry Granny.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
think-
sloshed.
Granny's
probably-
sloshed.
he can probably do it like over one arm, essentially.
She will pick up the sword once she is in her room and away from everyone else at first. Just because she wants to examine it by herself.
So, you see that the sword itself is very intricately etched on the surface, the flat surface of it. It looks like you may be able to use that for the purposes of storing poison. It'll stay pretty well. This dark, kind of purplish colored metal looks like it should be heavy, but it is damn near feather light. It is impressively balanced. You see that at the very hilt of it, there is something that looks like a glassy setting of some sort, and inside of it there is some kind of a strange, twitching, spasming material inside of it. It just kind of clings to the inside of the container, almost like it's some kind of a liquid.
I'm still here, I'm just turning the light on.
Fair enough. Getting dark.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Continue.
Are you going to attune to the weapon out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Okay. I will add that to your sheet. As you attune to the weapon, you will see that, you'll understand that there is more to it, of course. In its short sword form, it is only a +2.
Oh, it's a +2 weapon?
Yeah, in this state. I will continue. Then you will hold the sword in your hand. You will give it a quick flick, and you see that the blade then expands outward and kind of unveils a little bit more as you see these small ports open up on the sides of these of this retracting contraption for the blade itself, and then you hear it lets out a and there are these blue jets, like arcs, that come out of the sides of the blade as the sword has a second form that is expanded. I will post that into artwork. Think. And for the purposes of showing the stream, I will also pull that up. So Becca, be ready.
Oh.
In its extended form, it is effectively a longsword. You can still use it. You have no concerns about proficiency when it comes to using the weapon, so don't worry about that.
Also, I think
it
I'm
has the-
proficient in longswords.
Mhm.
It has the finesse property. It is considered +3 in its extended form. On successful hits, it does an additional 2d8 of lightning damage.
Luckily,
Additionally,
Jacob's ladder.
yes. Additionally, Ionlius is able to cut through barriers of magical force. Globes of invulnerability, walls of force, shield, stuff like that. If it manages to successfully hit while extended, it will rip through it no matter what, opening a 5-foot rift.
What about
Additionally,
force cage that cannot be dispelled by any magical means?
So force cage itself is still considered a wall of force. So in this case, yes, it will. Because I think there's a similar effect for that for like globe of vulnerability and what have you. So in this case, it still takes priority. Once per day, the attune may point the tip of the blade to any visible point within 500 feet of them and teleport themselves to that point. So you can also use it to dimension door yourself and only yourself. There you are.
Okay. Daeris is going to walk out of her room, hold it above her head, and go, guys, look how fucking sick this is.
As nice as that is, I'm more concerned about how sick Granny is right now.
I'm
I should-
fine.
She'll be fine. She'll be
I've done
incredibly
worse
hungover
than
tomorrow.
this before. Just let me sleep it off.
I've added that to your inventory. I will copy and paste the description as well so that you guys can read it. There, now you do not need to bother me about your short sword anymore.
Thanks. Were you always planning to give it to me this session, or was I just being...
No, it just seemed like the funniest time to do it.
Oh,
That's
fair
all.
enough.
That's all there is to it.
We're waiting for comedic timing.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
There is Ionlius. At this point, is there anything else you guys want to do right now? Or should we end the night?
Did
I
Kaz want to visit
suppose-
Dawn, or does she want to do that the next day?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Visiting hours might be over.
Yeah, well,
And you also
it
drink
depends.
a lot.
I mean, we're pretty
I'm
famous.
so fine.
I bet visiting hours wouldn't matter for Kaz.
Fair, yeah.
Also, there's always the mirror.
I don't think the guards will like that.
That's fair.
Probably not. Hey, someone's opened up an extra dimensional space within this jail cell.
Don't worry, it only goes one way.
Do you guys think the public would be really alarmed with how much criminal shit we do?
Yes. We're supposed to be heroes. You gotta act like it now.
I mean, it's no worse than politicians. Always the fallback.
Oh god, Daeris is gonna look at the spouse and go, "You haven't been taking notes, have you?"
Was I not supposed to?
No, it's fine. Daeris is just gonna look at the ball and go, "If you end up in a book, it's not my fault."
You put me in the novel. I need you to remember to describe how gorgeous I am, alright? I'm beautiful. Give me like two
Need-
guys.
Blood
No.
your words more.
Guy and a girl. On my arms. Just
Maybe we shouldn't let the drunk woman make decisions.
I had no intention of doing so.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
There's always gotta
I
be a
would-
femme fatale, right? I'm a femme fatale, or was.
No.
I
Kaz
am.
is the femme fatale.
Yeah, your spouse points the back of the pen at Cass.
That's very rude to an old lady, you know. I only got a few years left. You're
Well,
gonna be mean to me.
Femme
She's
fatales
young.
You're gonna be
usually
mean to me if my house burned down.
She's young, she's beautiful, she's got big tits, and women
Well,
love
we
her.
can't all have
Femme
big
fatale.
tits, alright?
Femme fatales usually don't care about killing people.
I was a femme fatale. I could have been. I kind of was. I was mostly just killed, though. I didn't
I
do a
like
lot of
that
seducing.
Kaz got so offended the blush came on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Kaz is the definition of a femme fatale in this group, Granny. I'm sorry.
You're... My house burned down, and you're gonna be so rude to me.
You're being
Granny,
so
I
mean
think
to me.
You're such a femme fatale, Granny. It's ridiculous. They're
Thank
scared
you.
of your power.
Thank you, Fitz. You're the only one I trust. The only bitch on this planet.
How are you going to describe Granny?
Tough, faithful, old woman.
Her
There
house
you
just
go.
burned down. You're gonna be so
I'm-
mean.
Well, she's drunk enough right now that if someone put a match near her, she'd catch fire, so...
Ooh, I could be like a
Someone
dragon. Hey! You should visit your dragon.
Granny, I think you should probably go to bed.
I think I'm gonna go
Unless
to
you'd
bed.
like Unless you'd like to call your old friends right now.
Fuck no, bye.
There you go. Good night.
This is when Granny should realize we're holding this over her head.
He
In
doesn't
fairness,
care. It's just no
think-
shade.
I do think trying to visit your uncle while everyone reeks like alcohol may not be a good idea. So tomorrow morning would be a better option.
That's fine.
You might get arrested for public intoxication.
Technically,
You know
public
you're drunk.
intoxication isn't a crime here. Public indecency is. So.
Well, take your tops off.
Top. Nudity isn't. Well,
What's indecent? Definition. If not,
the definition of indecency typically comes around to like relieving oneself in public.
so don't pee in the street.
Yes.
Use the restroom like a. There's restroom. I don't understand people.
You've also never been drunk.
You would never, ever catch me urinating in the street. Disgusting.
Oh,
It's-
that
can't
does
even
remind
imagine.
me.
What's up, Cass?
Oh, nothing.
Why does urinating in the street remind you of something, Cass?
I don't know. That's just a particular person that seems haggard right now.
What?
Don't. Don't do this. It's not the time. Granny's house just burned down.
Does that affect you?
Mm-hmm.
Does not make any sense.
Grasping at straws here, you can't. There's too much, you can't do
Granny
that.
can't
Oh,
protect
you don't
She's
even
in-
know
she
who I'm
went to her
talking
room.
about.
Got a pretty good idea.
Aw, well, you should just check up on him, and that's all I'm just saying.
No.
It's
Go
not
to
my
bed.
fault if he's dead on the
Why don't
street.
we? What?
Are you still upset about
Well,
the fact he's a
how about
serial
we-
killer?
A little. Why are you not?
Not particularly.
Maybe we should call Vera. See what Vera's up to. Your girlfriend.
I check up on her like almost every day.
I know, and it's so sweet. I am rooting for you so hard.
I think it's not like I don't talk to her.
Shit, I owe Granny 5 gold.
You what? You what now?
Yeah.
Gus is gonna walk over to the drunk Granny and just set 5 gold in her,
Woo!
hand.
You did not, Daeris.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I
we
can't-
did. I think she sprawled on the couch or
can't hear-
something. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I think that's the voice of my beautiful, loving spouse calling
Your
for
spouse
me.
is right here. Why are you
Hold on,
running
Can I make a wild comparison? Celebrant is Trent Krim.
Celebrant is Trent Krim. Holy shit.
Took me a second to realize what you're referring to.
Daeris is not
That's-
Ted Lasso.
Daeris is not Ted Lasso. Honestly, probably Granny is Ted Lasso.
Yes, Granny is absolutely Ted Lasso.
You do not want Granny to be Ted
Like,
Lasso.
I could have told you that Granny was Ted Lasso. If anything, Daeris is fuck, what's the director lady's name?
Rachel,
Rebecca?
no, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Rebecca Welton?
Yeah, Rebecca Welton.
I do want to point out something actually. Granny's not Ted Lasso. Granny's Coach Beard, former criminal turned.
Yeah, but Coach Beard's a maniac.
Granny's the only positive bitch in this life. This is funny.
Exactly. You guys will start to turn in for the night. Kaz, as you are turning in for the night, you will see in the corner of your room, up at the rafters, it appears that Reuben has taken lengths of fabric and has effectively nailed them into the rafters and created one, a hammock, and two, stretched one piece of fabric really taut. So we had effectively like a walking surface up there, as well as a surface for things to be set down. He has made himself his own little room up in the corner of your rafters.
He's making his own little space.
Additionally, you can see that there is what looks to be something like a fabric holster for one of the Akanganish blades. The other one, it just has like a loose loop that can be used to hold it in place.
I'm glad he has some use for it.
Where
love
did he get the
monkey.
fabric from?
Whose fabric is this?
Where'd
Don't
all
worry
my
about it.
sheets go?
No, joking aside, it is all fabric that Tana left behind.
He's like the only one who's been in her room since
Yep.
that.
You're gonna hurt me like this, Connor, huh? You're gonna hurt me like this.
No one's using it.
Ah!
Bean, you're so cute.
Rough.
Ignatius will overnight attune to the battle axe as
Cool.
well.
You have the let me double check the name of it. I believe it is the Restless. Yep, the Restless Squall
Yeah,
is the name of the battle axe.
And I'll also change one of my spells out for Find Steed. I'll have to look at my spell list, but first thing in the morning I'll be casting
Gotta
it.
resummon Balloose.
Hello.
And
And so it will turn to day. You guys are all able to long rest. Don't worry, I'll handle it.
Honk
Honk so are there some things that you guys would like to do in the morning?
I should go visit the uncle.
Yeah.
I visit my uncle.
Yeah, Kaz, you want to go and visit Dawn?
Yeah.
All right. Rest of the party. Are there any other things that you guys want to do? Do you want to go with Kaz?
I am going in the same direction as Kaz, but I'm not going into the same room as Kaz. I'm going to go talk to... Is his first name Marcus?
Oh, the captain.
Marceau? Marceau?
Marceau,
Marceau Tasse.
I took a guess.
You were close.
Fair enough. You're close.
I would like to go talk to him.
Got it. So let me just quickly change up the music. This is a bit too chipper.
A little too jaunty.
Yeah. In fairness, it's still good. Just too chipper.
That's good.
I have to
So-
point something out. I don't normally have the dice cases on me, but I'm autistic and a percussionist, so I've just been like,
You've been just
Bang
drumming
music as-
to yourself.
yes.
Incredible.
So, Kaz,
Yeah.
you make your way over to the holding cells. You will see that this time the guards do seem to kind of straighten up a little bit more as you are coming in. They will go, ma'am, Miss Kaz,
Yes.
do you wish to see your uncle?
Yes.
We will make sure that gets done. Please leave your weaponry with us, but we will allow you to go see him. And the monkey is also going to need to stay out as well, unfortunately.
Fine. I guess, Reuben, you can't see Uncle Don.
Well, the monkey does appear to be armed and does have the ability to harm him, so we do have to prevent that from happening.
Yeah,
Not
he's got
gonna
provisions.
harm him.
Of course, I'm just for them.
In fairness, we don't know this, so we just have to ensure.
Fine. Well, Reuben, you can
Um,
just stay out for a bit. I'm sorry.
Reuben will nod slightly, and then he'll find a corner of the room to sit in, and he'll just kind of squat slightly and keep staring over at the guards.
Are you sure you made the right decision keeping the monkey out here?
Guys, serious thought at this point. Is Reuben intelligent enough to operate the mirror?
I'd
He's
say
got, like-
probably.
He's got 12 intelligence. He really probably could.
Mhm.
Imagine getting a call chain from Reuben.
A FaceTime,
Yikes.
FaceTime from a monkey, like an iPhone house, like, hey, hi.
Like,
If my hands weren't greasy, I would pick up my webcam and really do the angle, but
it's like Fitz needs to teleport into this food storage facility, pick up Reuben, and teleport back to the card.
So, Kaz, you make your way into the holding cell for your uncle. You see that he has been afforded some cushions and blankets, some slightly nicer ones. You see that he appears to be currently shaving his face. He's been provided a straight razor, and the guard does appear to be waiting to take it back. But he appears to be comfortable given the circumstances. And he'll look over you and go, "How have you been?"
A lot has happened for about a month, I think.
I'd imagine so. I've been hearing conversations from the guards, and I've been chatting with my watchman over there. Apparently, you guys have gotten yourselves into trouble, and then pulled people out of it.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it.
You did well. It's good to hear. Not necessarily what I would have done, but I'm not you, I guess.
I suppose not.
Well, it's still nice to see you. I'm comfortable. I'm everything's going well here.
So, you're not paranoid at all?
Well, the captain that you've talked with the first time, Mr. Tasse, he's managed to hold off on me getting put into a regular prison. So I've been here for basically since the last time you guys talked to me. Which I'm okay with. It's quieter, certainly, but I don't have any reason to be paranoid.
Has anyone recently visited you at all, aside from me?
No. I mean the captain. I've talked with the captain plenty. And my typical guards, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, that's good. For a second, I thought maybe someone else would be checking up on you. Just, paranoia is all.
Has something happened?
Yeah, but I don't think I should say it.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, like you said to me, it would not be wise to say anything.
No, that's fair. Well, At very least, it's good to hear that you're alive and you're doing well. I'm very pleased to hear that.
Yeah. Does that mean you haven't heard from your sister or Yarrow at all? No?
Well, I've heard from them certainly. I get mail. That's good. It gets screened, of course. They want to make sure that no one's trying to kill me or poison me. But I do get letters from them. They weren't able to really visit the same way you could, mind you. But then again, they do still have to run the carnival, so that's fine.
Yeah. Have you heard of news about Kana at all?
Um, it was passed along in a letter. It's sad, but it a lot of folks in our trade tend to find faster ends than others.
I know I have to go to see Thornhurst again at some point.
Yeah. I'd be careful. It's
I mean, yeah,
not a dangerous
obviously.
place. It's not a safe
Mhm.
place, I should say.
Well, I know for a fact it's not safe, but it's just something I have to do.
All right. Well, please be safe. Please be careful.
I hope you're safe too. Um, I'm sorry, there's not much I can tell you right now, but I
No, it's
promise
fine.
to get you out.
Okay. Um. So, were there any quiet conversations that you think they would have had in thieves' cants, like by tapping patterns or writing out letters
Um,
on the surface of the table, like secret messages they wanted to pass between each other?
I think in Thieves' Cant she would have said of like I think I got an idea of why you're tied up in this situation. The whole chains of brotherhood sort of thing. Um
He would have replied back in thieves' cant, or writing in thieves' cant. Don't know the group. Do know that they threatened you all.
um have an idea it's one of them is a queen bitch for sure.
He'll just nod his head to that, like he was doing it midway through a conversation. He just kind of like nod his head, like he's listening.
Still don't know the main changeling that framed you, but supposedly all of the at least the main chains, the I guess the tyrants, I suppose, decided on this.
Unfortunate. What about Dottie?
Um, you mean Swero's sister?
Yes.
I don't I
I
don't
didn't know her.
know.
I didn't know her as Swero's sister. I knew her as Dottie. She worked under me for a time.
She worked under you?
Yes.
For what?
She needed to learn how to be discreet.
She wait, like how old is she? Is it like before or after I was born?
Or, well, it was after you were born. It was brief, but she's a little older than you, but only a bit. She was taught young.
Hmm. But is there a reason why you need to see Dottie?
Very skilled. She's very talented at what she does.
Hmm. Like, what should do I need to ask her? How or what I can do about the chains of brotherhood? I don't know. I'm.
I would ask her if there's any way that she can help handle this situation faster.
Do you think she's trustworthy? If you know her that well?
I knew her when she was young. I think she's probably trustworthy.
That's just me squinting in terms of meta knowledge. um, but you knew her even when she got adopted by the. I already forgot his name. He was a Goliath. Obviously, the
Oriole.
father. Yeah, Oriole.
Yeah. I knew Oriole. We don't talk much, but he knew me through my reputation. I knew him through his. Consider her a goddaughter of a sort.
You consider her a goddaughter?
Well, you could. I'm not her goddaughter, but I mean, I'm not her godfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. That's one way to put it.
But he had me help train her, and that was about my extent, but I know that she's very good at what she does.
Okay. And do you have any way of contacting her? Since I think Swearwood told me her goons, her gang, I don't know, said something about asking. I can't recall what he said, honestly.
Dottie runs, you could certainly call it a gang. It is. You'll understand when you see her and the operation.
And I just supposed to ask another black market to save her, or what? Like,
I could try to mark off where she should be, but they operate. You'll just have to trust me. Okay?
fine. I don't like how you phrased it, but sure.
Your uncle will mark off on a map a little bit more detailed information than what you already have on the Ake's map for where Dottie should be. And that's where he will leave it.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I have nothing else to say to him aside from.
Well, he'll very easily have something to say to you. He'll look at you and he'll say, "I'm very proud of you. You've grown into a very strong and very capable woman. I'm very proud of you. I love you very much, Cass, but please be safe."
You didn't even tell him you got a girlfriend?
He'll find out soon enough.
He'll find out through the letters. I'm not telling him that. If I tell him that, he's gonna be a fucking tease. So no, he'll find that out on his own.
Howard.
She will listen to that, but she's still kind of in that headspace of like, yeah, but that's what you always would say, and then she just leaves.
Daeris, you wanted to go to talk to Marceau Tasse, correct?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to peel something, and I don't know if it makes noise that's pick upable, but it's tinfoil, so you never know.
That's fine. I don't really hear anything.
Great.
Tass is currently working at a desk. He's currently writing some information onto a report, and he will, through his helmet, look up at you and go, Daeris,
Captain,
what is going on? Out of curiosity.
isn't that? You got somewhere private?
I do.
Let's talk.
He'll pick himself up and he'll wander over to a room that appears to be pretty well shielded. What?
When we get in, I'm gonna cast the invisibility real quick.
You do not see anything immediately around you.
Cool. Can you give me 10 minutes to cast a ritual spell real quick?
I can.
She'll take the 10 minutes and cast Tiny Hut. Closest thing we can get to true privacy.
All right.
There's a rat in the secret police.
Okay. How so?
I can't give you exact details right now, but they have access to resources that they shouldn't have, and may not be acting in the best interest of the country going forward. I'm telling you this in case you get any orders that feel off from
Of
them.
how?
Something in it doesn't. It'll be. Your gut will know. Something will direct you towards doing something that morally does not make sense to you. They'll tell you it's correct, but I'd be cautious of any orders you receive from them.
All right.
Especially considering you guys still have Dawn here.
Yes, I kept on here. I wanted to make sure you stayed here.
Good. Keep it that way.
I'll try my best. This wasn't intended for long-term holding, but I can certainly do that.
I imagine Kaz, one of the heroes of Fortune's Blade, I almost said it, Neighborhood Watch would help with that some at least.
To be honest, all of your reputations are making this a lot easier to maintain.
Oh, that's nice. I hate it, but that's nice.
Yes, well, you can hate it as much as you want. Right now is probably the only thing that's keeping him there.
Good. The reason I ask is because at some point things are going to change, and I fear they would go after him. So keeping him here and close to someone that I trust, because I do trust you, Captain. You have a decent heart and head on your shoulders. Feels safer for him.
That's kind of you. But, I simply follow what I feel is right. I uphold justice. I make sure that the people can live and sleep at night. And that does mean that in some situations, I need to take a closer look at things I doubt are what they are. You show me that there's more to it, especially with that individual who nearly killed me. So it'd be stupid to not pay more attention.
Yeah.
Now, what else?
In relation to that, be careful if you hear anyone with the words blinded crow near it.
Okay.
That's a very specific order set within the group that I know one of the people involved uses.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
The source of why changelings have gone missing has been found. You might see some of them starting to come back. Turns out the medicine supply was tainted. If you know if anyone here who still sells that medicine in town has any older stock, make sure it gets tossed.
Tell me the name of it, I'll write it down, and I'll make sure it gets dealt with.
Daeris will hand over the name. Hey, my meta pigeons, is there anything else that I need him to watch for without spilling secrets?
I can't think of anything. Unless you want to tell him about the boxes, but that seems a little overkill.
Mm-mm. I just need him to keep an eye on ordinary things. Okay, and then Daeris will go. That should be most of it.
All right.
But
I will.
If you see us coming through town and running for any reason, probably run the same direction.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. And we unintentionally ended up in the center of it. We saved the queen by accident.
Yes, I'm aware. Well, at least of the queen part, not the accident part.
Don't worry about that.
Well, I don't think I'll be running in the same direction of you if you guys start running. My job as a guardsman is to maintain the peace and try to save people. But I'll keep that in mind.
What I mean by that is we usually run towards the danger that we just left Villaville with a guy. Do you know Granny's house burnt down?
I'm vaguely aware of it.
Yeah, the guy who did that was there and released fiends in the town. Guards weren't there very quickly. That's why I said if you see us running, if you want to do your job, please come along.
Got it. That makes more sense. I wasn't expecting cowardice from you, but still, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, no, I've got my family back. I can't afford to be cowardly. That's all I've got. I mainly want ears in this town. If you hear anything.
Okay. If we hear anything, we'll let you know.
Thank you. And Daeris will get up, and I assume my conversation will be done long before Kaz's, so she's just gonna go out there and sit beside Reuben.
Yep, you can do so.
She'll pull, like, I assume she has bought fresh food at some point since we've been here. Also, I'm so white because of the light overhead. This is
You really are.
I hate this. Ugh, the lighting sucks in here. She'll just grab one of the apples out of her bag and pass one to Reuben.
Actually, no, I take that back. Reuben will use his hands, he'll split it in half, and then he'll start munching on it.
Yeah, that's kind of... sitting there, and every time one of us gets done, she'll pull another fruit out and pass it. And we'll just kind of eat through this bag of fruit she has bought at some point.
You guys will do so until Kaz eventually comes out of the holding cell. And at that point, you guys are able to start heading back to the cart. Are there any other things that you guys want to do? Or anything that's really important that needs to be done to the session? Okay. Well, unfortunately, due to the Foundry, I shouldn't say Foundry, Spectrum's fuck up, and the fact that we are down a player, we're going to cut the session there, unfortunately. Sorry if it's a little short. Sorry if it was a little distracted at times, but we had some smaller things we had to do, and we were down a player. So we'll be wrapping up here. Thank you also very much for being here and enjoying the game. Thanks to my players. If you enjoy the stream, we stream regularly, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. If you wish to watch this stuff or listen to it on a podcast, we upload this onto Spotify. You can listen there. We're almost certainly not going to make money off of it due to Spotify's fucking bullshit. But we also aren't going to make much money out of it anyways, so whatever. But with all that said, and me being a little grumpy about Spectrum, say bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, Drip.